Chidambara Rajan, who had been the very principal of a very prestigious engineering college, SRM Engineering College, a noted academician and a noted educationist, and he today there in the capacity of the chairman region 4, that communication of the Computer Society of India. My younger brother, Mr. Arvind Sharmaji, who had been the director of the Computer Science and Information Technology, as well as the Skill Improvement and Development Center of the Lucknow Christian College, one of the reputed college at Lucknow, as well as the associated with as the coordinator of the Indira Gandhi National Open University at the Lucknow region, and as well as he at present the vice president of the largest region of the Computer Society of India, that is the CSI Region 1. And apart from that, this year he has got the responsibility by the Executive Committee of the Computer Society of India to discharge the duty as the convener of the 54th Annual Convention of the Computer Society of India, which is definitely we do expect under his leadership. This convention will be a landmark. It will be might be crossing the convention what we have organized last year. And in last year, in 3 days, we have got the galaxy of guests and near about 26 number of bureaucrats, principal and principal secretary and secretaries, and the Chief Minister of Odisha and the Lokaयुक्त of India, the acting Chief Justice of Odisha, all have participated in last year convention. We do hope that he will make that cross that scale of excellence and set a landmark for the 54th Annual Convention of the Computer Society of India this year. Dr. Sam Sarada, our Region 2 Vice President, is also present here. I'm also very proud enough because not only he is working as my colleague in the event platform, he is also my student, and that is why it's a great pride for me. And a teacher really feel flattered, and teacher really feel proud when he see his students are better and greater than him, and they have got the scale of height than him. And वो लोग जब ज्यादा जसोसी या ज्यादा नामी गामी होते हैं, शिक्षक को उस टाइम में प्राउड में होता है. ये सही शिक्षक को हम बोलते हैं, उसी दिन इसका सार्थकता होता है जिस दिन वो अपना छात्र से पराजित हो जाता है. And with this, I also welcome the convener, the host, the state student coordinator of this program of the state of Bihar, as well as this webinar, and other dignitaries who are present here, our guests and our the researchers and faculty members and the teachers of the other colleges of the different parts of the country and abroad, as well as my beloved students who are participating with this, to know the latest status of the e-readiness, India and e-readiness. Because these two topic has been chosen, I have told the background, because this is the focal theme of our annual convention, and there is no doubt this pandemic period, what has been happened now, that has been given the realization of the importance of the e-readiness, not only of the country like India, but also the country of the whole world. The pandemic period when the near about 7.7 billions of the peoples of the country, 4.5 billions of the peoples and students are connected with the education and the learning and teaching processes. And you will be note that 70% of the students community and the learner community got the connectivity through the online education. They got the education through the online education. But still then we will have to proceed miles and miles, though we are having very encouraged status. NIC has contributed significantly for giving India e-readiness and for fulfilling the Digital India project. And everybody, the NIC, the prominent body, other bodies, they are there, Center for Digital Governance and all these things, they are working hard and how it can be possible. Though we are having very enthusiastic data, and though we are having also achieved a lot in this span of few years, and after particularly after launching the 3 ambitious project by the Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji, that is the Digital India, Startup India, and Make in India. We are going to be the self-reliant and will be definitely fulfill the dream of Atmanirbhar Bharat and an independent area. And definitely this is the field. Not only will make the IT e-readiness for the country like India, but we can play as a global leader in the future days to come in what we are progressing and speeding up. And this India can be really justify itself as a Vishwaguru in the field of the computer science and communication technology and information technology, and so far as providing the e-platform to the whole world. And very encouraging things are there that you know today, what is the e-readiness, what things that we do. When you know that out of 7.7 billion people, 7 billions, more than 7 billions mobile connections are there. In India, we are having 1.25 billion of the mobile connection, crossing 9.93% plus of the density, and we are having near about 75,000 cross internet connectivity, as well as 80 crores plus of the smartphone connectivity. They know scarcity of things, but the thing is that we'll have to provide and penetrate more and more to the countryside. And encouraging thing is that as the NIC did a lot of things, and 2,50,000 Gram Panchayat have been already connected by the broadband connectivity. And the Honorable IT Minister has told by the end of the year, 1 lakh target of 1,000 villages should be connected also. If we are progressing in this manner, and other the e-readiness, that is part of the e-readiness, and fulfilling the three main visions of the digital India, to make the best utilization of the digital infrastructure available with the country, and to provide the services of every citizen of the country at their doorstep. And third vision is to make India digitally empowered. That means to make India digitally empowered, but the 1.35 billion people of the India, citizens of the India, if we consider 80 crores of the eligible citizens who might be requiring the e-empowerment, and it will be a duty, and NIC is playing a great role, and along with the government of India, to take this project to the remotest part of the country. And I do think a country where 69% of the populations are living in the rural area and might be getting the benefited in the near future, and by bridging the digital gap, by bridging the digital gap and digital literacy gap, and definitely that dream will be fulfilled and started to real action. And open empowerment is one of the most important consideration when we consider the e-readiness of the country, because the country is having 25 crores of the families, and if we can educate somehow the 25 crores of the mothers of the 25 crores of the family, if they can be digitally literate, definitely the whole country will be digitally literate. That is why, because we consider mother is the center point of the family. So this is the thing, but we are having the lot of constraints. Socio-economic barrier is there, religion, the countryside barrier is there, the language barrier is there, the poverty barrier there, general education 100% we have not achieved, short to the digital literacy. One of the most important barrier is that the country is being spoken by 882 languages. There are few people in different parts of the country who speak, even 5,000 people are speaking one language, Santali language, tribal language, all these things. This language translation is a great challenge before us, and that which is a challenge before us. That might be the demand, that might be the opportunity for the future. With these few words, let us bring the computer science and information technology. Let us make the India e-readiness, so that we can fulfill the aspire of each and every citizen, and the literacy, we can bring a dream to having the literacy for all. That has never been happened still after the independence of the 74 years. Perhaps this information communication technology, by its massive connectivity, can fulfill that dream. Let us come to that, to treat this information and communication technology for the benefits of the mankind, to satisfy the great stanza of the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, Aham nijo parveti swabhava laguteta sang udarateta sancha vasudeva kutumbakam. Perhaps this is the e-readiness will make everybody to be able and enabled to take the most benefit of the information and communication technology, and the education will reach at the doorstep. And today we are having very knowledgeable speakers, and everybody will listen to them definitely. But after the webinar, they will return to their home with very good knowledge, good satisfaction, and whatever they will be learning, definitely that will be beneficial for that. With these words, let me tell once again, the thing is that we should utilize the information technology, and we should have to establish the concept of the e-readiness for the benefits of the mankind. Again, to satisfy the great philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pasyantu Ma Kaschit. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Welcome to everybody to this webinar.
Thank you so much, AK Naik sir. So now it's a time for our today's chief guest address. So I would like to call our Honorable Vice Chancellor of Symbiosis University, Indore. But before we proceed, let me introduce Dr. Sanjay Kumar Singh. Dr. Sanjay Kumar Singh is an engineering graduate of BITS Ranchi University. He is MTech and PhD both from IIT Delhi. He also holds MBA degree along with 2 postgraduate diploma in management. He has distinctions of having done second PhD in management throughout his academic career. He has always been distinction holder and most of the service courses. He has been topper of the batch. He has been publishing many research papers in national and international journals of high repute. He also possesses MS degree in counseling and psychotherapy. He has authored 7 books. His 2 popular books of engineering titled Concepts of Application of Microwave Engineering and Web Propagation and Antenna Engineering are published from the renowned publisher in IIT Delhi and other colleges and university. He is on editorial board of very famous journal, International Journal of Science and Management. He is reviewer of research papers on technical and management subjects. He is a keen sportsman and gives due importance to physical education and Vedic sciences to remain mentally agile and physically fit. His core competency is in research methodology, electronics and communication, aerospace engineering, and HR management. He has distinctions of having worked in ISRO Space Application Center, Ahmedabad, DEAL, Dehradun, Scientific Analysis Group, DRDO, and National Informatics Center, Delhi, and Defense Avionics Research Establishment, Bangalore. His varied specialization include satellite communication, space and microwave communication, electronic warfare, modeling and simulation, renewable energy, antenna design, and radar design. He has worked as principal advisor in Defense Avionics Research Establishment, DRDO, Bangalore. With these words, I'd like to welcome our today's chief guest, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Symbiosis University, Dr. Sanjay Kumar Singh.
Thank you very much for your generous introduction. Am I audible enough?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. At the outset, I must convey my sincere gratitude and thanks to Professor A.K. Naik. As a matter of fact, I would like to make a mention publicly here that Professor A.K. Naik, the way he takes the responsibility on his great shoulders, it's really amazing to see his energy and enthusiasm while conducting such kind of seminars. It's a great honor and privilege to remain associated with Professor A.K. Naik. And I'm also equally delighted to see the great panelists. I cannot name all of them, but yes, I'm trying to see to this all these names. Mr. Sri S.B. Singhji, your Deputy Director General NIC, Professor M.N. Hoda, Professor Arvind Sharma, and of course the Chairman of the Computer Society of India, Dr. B. Chindambarajan, and Professor Sams Raja. So all these great panelists, it's great to have them in the panel. And I'm extremely grateful to Professor A.K. Naik, Computer Society of India, and the Host Management Institute for giving me this kind of an opportunity. All right, since we have got the time limitations, and I would like to look at this, that how quickly we can give a complete coverage of the I and E enabled India. Let me start with a quote given by Prime Minister himself. India has seen a dream of digital India, from latest science to the latest technology. Everything should be available at the tip of one's finger. And this is what he means to see at the click of the mouse. So this is a kind of a vision he has really envisioned to see to this, that how this country can be e-enabled. If you recall, probably it was on 26 November 2015, and that day I happened to be in Bangalore. From the Silicon Valley, he addressed, and in his address I vividly recall his statement. He says that in this electronic and digital age, we have an opportunity to transform lives of the people in ways that was hard to imagine just a couple of decades ago. What he's indicating basically is that e-enabling of any place in any sphere of the life is going to make our lives so easy. And the technology, if it starts reaching at the doorsteps of the villagers, I think India will be the great country to look at this. If you look at this, when it digital India, that Nara, that slogan that came, that time also a very important quote I would like to make a mention here. When Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, he himself said, I see the technology as a means to empower and as a tool that bridges the distance between hope and opportunity. Here is the big gap. Hope and opportunity, it means there is a gap between the expectations and the opportunities available. I can tell you this, that all of you must be, in agreement with this, that we Indians have got plethora of opportunities, and we have got a tremendous knowledge domain where we can implement any kind of a technology. Me being an IITian, and also from the soil of Bihar, as a matter of fact, I would like to share basically with all the participants, listeners and the viewers, that when I got selected in Bihar competition for the engineering, I selected the Bihar Institute of Technology, Shindri, because that is an institution even today is also of a very prime eminence. It has got 400 acres of the land and 19 hostels that time when I joined in 1984 in electronics and communication engineering. And there were only 30 seats. And let me tell you that time electronics and communication was not that popular branch. That time people were all going for the civil engineering, mechanical and electrical engineering. But I chose, being as one of the top rankers of the Bihar competition, I chose to be an electronic man. And let me tell you this, that time also I was talking at the various forums. I was very actively involved in all sorts of the activities of the institutions, national or otherwise. And then that time also I said that hence 100 years plus, the electronics is not going to, die. It is not going to fade. And that is how you can look at this, that e-enabled India, when we are visioning in, this will be the great. Yet another quote I recall, Prime Minister Modi, हम वादे नहीं इरादे लेकर आए हैं. Ladies and gentlemen, यदि वादे की बात करते हैं तो यदि इरादा यानी कमिटमेंट यदि आपका होगा तो कोई भी लक्ष्य जो है आपके लिए बोना पड़ेगा. मैं तो ये कहता हूं, भारतीय वायुसेना में 1984 में मैं विलिंगनेस के साथ, I was one of the toppers of the batch, and let me tell you this, I had a lot of opportunities to go anywhere, but I chose to go to the Indian Air Force. And I, on 20th August 1984, just after passing out, after clearing my service selection board from the Dehradun and all written competitions, I joined Indian Air Force as a pilot officer, and I was commissioned by the President of India on the same day, 20th August 1984. So it gives me a greatest pleasure over here to talk to you all and talk about little my journey and looking into this, that how much the readiness we do have, from pilot officer, flying officer, flight lieutenant, squadron leader, wing commander, group captain, and I rose to the level of the air commodore. And I commanded many of the stations. And let me also share with you all that in electronics field, this is my forte. At Air Force Station, Pune, I established a world-class research center, being myself as a principal advisor and a program director of the many programs of the DRDO. I had my hands-on training and the research experiences, where I opened a world-class research centers, MiG-29 and Sukhoi 30, all the printed circuit boards of the various layers, multi-layered printed circuit boards. I developed a technology where we can do the reverse engineering. That is how we are looking at billions of rupees we have been spending to get the things imported. And let me tell you this, that when the one card goes to the Russia, it charges hell of a lot for the repair. So I developed a technology called TPS, Test Program Suite Development, a technology of the future, and authored a book of 1800 pages, which is a confidential book kept in the library of the Indian Air Force and all other places. But it's really, you have got to see to this, that billions of rupees I could save and motivated, trained a very vibrant team of the Air Force warriors, and still this whole thing is going on. Today, we are in a position where lot many repair technology, we can do it and develop in indigenously. So what I'm saying, the brains in our country is absolutely, there's no dearth of this. and it is so much we are empowered to this. So far the readiness of this readiness is concerned, let me tell you this, फौजी भाषा में आपको readiness का मतलब बताते हैं. Readiness का मतलब होता है कि in a fraction of second you should be in a position to take up. So far the Indian Air Force is concerned, when we talk about the readiness one, it means that our aircrafts are all parked and they are in the startup conditions, and that is called readiness one. With one button we roll out and we take off, and that is where, so it means that it is in a fraction of minute we take off and go for the mission. We are looking at that kind of a high alert. When high alert comes, we have got to look at this, how this country should be in a high alert so far the electronics India and e-enabled India is concerned. So I am just looking at that we are far behind from the highest alert. Of course, we are very much alert. I will be talking a little more about this, how much the alertness we have. My mind, e-India is a pleasant and challenging journey of the transcending into a modern era where electronics is going to drive the technological world in each and every sphere of human life. Electronics is basically a semiconductor power. Let me tell you, I'm a core electronics man. I did my engineering, followed in a MTech and PhD core in the electronics itself. Center for Applied Research in Electronics. I was for 7 years there as a hostler. So to my mind, electronics is a semiconductor power to empower human brains to make anything and everything so easy and convenient that the life of every species on the earth becomes absolutely pleasurable, delightful, and peaceful. That is what is we are talking about, e-enabled India, e-enabled world. So to assess, let's try to see e-readiness state in manufacturing and service sectors. The government is expecting electronics manufacturing in the country to register an annual growth rate of about 30% over the next 5 years. And it clocks to the 11.5 lakh crore additional production during this period. Electronics and IT Secretary Mr. Ajay Prakash Saini himself said this. Also, the exports of electronic products will grow in the range of 40 to 50% annually over the next 5 years. Electronics manufacturing in India has been growing quite significantly, but yet we have got to really walk that extra mile to achieve that 100%. Let's take an example of this. Mobile manufacturing in the country has grown from 6 crore handset 5 years ago to now 33 crore at present. But in next 5 years, we are going to be much more than 50 crores we'll be having. Of course, the corona pandemic is definitely coming as an obstacle, but never mind. This kind of an obstacle will be coming and again going off. And over 90% of the country's mobile phone requirements are made through our domestic production. And let me tell you this, that maybe in a couple of years, we will be having all entire 100% manufacturing over here. Last year, we have seen a spurt of almost about 30%. In next 5 years, what we are looking at that this basically growth in export sector will be definitely 50 to 60% year on year at a bare minimum cost incurred in this. The another area where we have really grown explosively and exponentially, that is over 500 million telecom subscribers we do have today in India, 60 million internet users, 6.98 million broadband subscribers, and a much more. Still sharp economic and social divide remains. Please make a note of this, my dear friends, that is still the sharp economic and social divide remains because we are not going with the pace what we are supposed to be. Let me tell you this, that we are thankful to the present government and even the previous government, those who initiated this program of the e-governance initiative in India. Let me tell you this government, when it took over, it says that minimum government, maximum governance. And when it comes to the minimum government and maximum governance, it is unless you have got the e-enabled governance, you cannot do the maximum governance with small, bunch of the people around. If you have got to have this, that with the least input, you must have the maximum output. Then the only rasta for all of us is that e-governance, and that e-governance should come in the big way. Large number of initiatives have been undertaken by the both central and state governments to promote e-governance in the country. If you look at this, I have been the fortunate enough to work in the National Informatics Center. My friend is, one of the panelists, the Deputy Director General. And I was lucky enough that, let me tell you this, one of the founders of the NIC, Dr. Sheshagiri, that time I was in a flight lieutenant posted to the Army headquarters. And I was working on the all kind of an intelligences. Let me share you, it is not a very confidential, it is just technology-based information with you all. I was looking after the all kind of a VSAT technology, very small aperture terminal, if you have heard of this. National Informatics Center was the first center which deployed the very small aperture terminal at various places. It is started from the district headquarters to the, all kind of villages. And today, if you look at this, billions of the reset, terminals, these small DCs are all over the places. I was working on the NMS system of National Informatics Center, that is called Network Management System. Those time we had the 14-foot dish, and this, when it was developed, this VSAT technology, it means the database in enabling, we are doing that. Spread spectrum technology, we use it for the satellite communication. That time from the Sena Bhavan National Informatics Center, I again transcended myself to the Indian Space Research Organization, Space Application Center, and I was working in the Earth Station group to see to this, that how that e-enable things will come through. Hello. So what I'm saying, the National Informatics Center has been the really backbone of this country. Lot many initiatives they have taken it. Hats up to them, that to just ensure that each and every villager gets electronically enabled, and he gets the complete kind of connectivity. E-governance is the application of the information technology to the process of the government functioning to bring out 5 things. First thing is smart, moral, accountable, responsible, transparent government. Transparent governance and government. These are the all 5 issues which are very, very important. And as I told you, that minimum government and maximum governance is only possible when we get fully e-enabled. Objectives is basically the better quality service delivery to the citizens, ushering in transparency and accountability, empowering people through information, improve interface with business and industry. The very important objective. The benefits what we are going to harness from this kind of technology is basically enhanced transparency and accountability, expanded reach of governance. It means that every doorstep of this country should be touched by the government. That is what is the ultimate aim. Enables environment for promoting economic development. It again improves the service delivery in the form of the better access to the information and quality services to the citizens. Challenges. What are the challenges we have? As we are, all of us, we are aware, 1.3 billion people. And what are kind of things? You can see that when it comes to from UG communication, we have graduated from the UG communication to fiber optical communication to, let's say, satellite communication, tropo-based communications, all kind of communications network we have been using to this. The huge number of the satellites are all looking at this. Satellite communication is also one of my pet areas. And if you can look at this, the transponders are so many. So many transponders are working today to see to this. The types what we are looking at, the government to government governance, government to citizen and consumer governance, government to the business, government to employees, etc. So these are the things which we are looking at. Some of the infrastructural development, basically, if you look at this, it is very, very common service centers. If you look at this, more than 1 lakh we have. Statewide area networks, we have 2 million megabits per second secured intra network. Today it is available. State data centers, there are plenty of them, state data centers. If you look at the state portals, they are repository of the government information and services. The state service delivery gateways, we have made it so many of them. E-forms, we have made it so many. All government officials are having this e-forms. Today, if you look at this, the recent, basically the reform, and thanks to the government having the faceless taxation, and this is one of the best part. One can look at this, that people, they don't have to go from pillar to post to fill their taxations. So we will be having all sorts of the faceless communication with the tax department. So e-government, education, telemedicines, agriculture, social inclusion, entertainment, you name a field where they have not gone onto this. But there are 9 pillars which we have got to really strengthen, and they are the broadband highways. We have got to ensure that our highways are very much widened to take on that. It means capacity and capability building. There are 2 mantras today here. to look at this, how we can build this. And there are so many, I mean, the data is a enormous. E-hospital services, 55 lakh post offices. You can see this, so many services we have. The BharatNet, basically over 1.19 lakh gram panchayats are being covered. 65 lakh common service centers we have. So when it comes to the e-education, I'll just take a couple of minutes to just explain to you all so much of the things we have done it in e-education. E-education, the best initiative is basically SWAYAM. If you look at this MOOC courses, massive open online courses, then leveraging all kind of an e-education, e-healthcare, the pharmacy scheme, the security, financial inclusion, equity, justice, everything. As a matter of fact, e-courts, e-police, e-jails, etc., etc., DG locker, e-hospital, national scholarship portals, Darpan, every little thing. And as I said, that e-filing, anywhere, anytime, income tax department, you can go on to this. So there are plenty of initiatives which have been really taken. And e-commerce statistics of the MSMEG, if you look at this, 27% of the Indian MSMEG which are online today, they are having the e-commerce business. So digital initiatives, particularly for another 2 minutes, I will deal with this, that SWAYAM and MOOC, if you look at the stats, 140 universities, 26 lakhs students enrolled in January 20. Total students today, they are somewhere at 1.67 crore. And total number of courses, more than 2,000. E-tutorial, that includes teaching video, PowerPoint presentations, podcasts, e-content, has e-books, illustrations, case studies, references, etc. Discussion forums to interact with the faculty, assessment, the self-assessments. Then we have another very dedicated channel, that is basically through the DTS, 32 DTS, that is Swayam Prabha. I had been giving a lot of programs through the in All India Radio as well as the TV. 56,000 videos they have been uploaded on the Swayam Prabha, and each day the broadcast that keeps going on to. National Digital Library, NDL. Look at this, to PG e-content, 55 lakhs users, they are using this audio video study materials. E-Gyan course, another thing, Digital Resource Center, Diksha platform for teachers and students, Gyan Darshan, Gyan Vani, Gyan Dhara, so many initiatives. E-Patsala, E-PG Patsala. Now when it comes to the Shodh, for Shodh we initiated 3 very major things. Shodh Ganga, Shodh Sindhu, Shodh Shuddhi for plagiarism check, and Vidwan for the all, having the consortium for the experts, Sakshat, etc., etc. And the most important part, the skilling of the today, skilling, reskilling, and upskilling. There are the 3 aims for the education today. And for that, under this kind of a situation, it's a real acid test for all of us to see to this, that our all educational institutions in our cities are e-enabled. And that is how, when we are enabled, we will be able to conduct all kind of examination, online teachers, and skill imparting. But for skill imparting, the biggest challenge here is the virtual labs we have got to create. It is not that couple of IITs, they are doing it, and other institutions, they will not be. All institutions have got to fall in line. The most important part today I will be looking at is this, that for doing this, we have got to be physically fit, mentally agile, emotionally stable, and spiritually elevated. So that's why I will request my all friends, all the participants to look at this, that how we can remain mentally agile to harness the technology. The last point here, I will make a mention here, when we are making everything e-enabled, the biggest challenge for us is disposal of the e-waste. E-waste is something we have got to look at this. E-waste, e-scrap, waste electrical and electronic equipment. We have got to have this recycling business ideas and investment opportunity into this. This process is also a big process where I have been doing in my previous stations also, that e-waste management. There's a long process, collection of e-waste, sorting of the e-waste, processing of e-waste, repairing of e-waste, recycling, dismantling, also the component recovery from the e-waste. All, if you go to the big repair centers in Indian Air Force, we have got a huge amount of the e-waste all around. So they are very, very challenging things. With this, I will come to a halt, and I would like to once again thank all the organizers, all my learned colleagues in the panels, witnessing and listening to me, and of course the Computer Society of India and Professor A.K. Naik. But जाने तक मैं एक बात कह करके जाऊंगा कि अल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन ने एक बात कही थी जो दिल के करीब जा करके छूती है, कहती है कि हम भारतीयों के आधारी हैं, अल्बर्ट आइंस्टीन जैसे वैज्ञानिक जो है वो कहते हैं हम भारतीयों के आभारी हैं जिन्होंने हमें गिनना सिखाया, जिसके बिना किसी भी तरह की वैज्ञानिक खोज नहीं हो पाती। इसका मतलब है कि यदि वैज्ञानिक खोज करनी है तो यदि कोई राष्ट्र, विश्व का कोई भी राष्ट्र यदि देखता है तो भारत की तरफ जो है अपने सर को उठा करके देखता है, क्योंकि हम इस बात में विश्वास करते हैं कि जो अपने कदमों की काबिलियत पर विश्वास रखते हैं वही अक्सर मंजिलों पर पहुंचते हैं। I can take this word from you all, that all of us, we have got to really strive to walk more and more to see to this that this country becomes the most vibrant country of this Vishwa, and that is how we are going to make ourselves as a Vishwa Guru. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and once again thank you Professor A.K. Nayak, organizers and all the hosts. Thank you very much, the participants, for giving me this opportunity. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
We are so proud that you participated and graced the occasion.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Rohit? Rohit?
Oh.
The Professor Naik, can I do it from here?
Sorry, sir. Just a issue. Just give me 1 minute, sir.
Okay, okay, okay.
Sorry, sir, for the interruption. So now we will move towards our next session, that is our keynote address session. So for that, I like to welcome Professor S.B. Singh sir. But before we proceed, let me introduce Mr. S.B. Singh. He is the alumni of BITS Pilani and having 34 years of long experience as IT change leader in the government sector institution. He has pioneered the statewide ICT government infra setup, communication, link and data centers in the state of Bihar, Jharkhand and Uttar Pradesh. As the head of the organization, he brought these states in the frontier of IT survey state and made the lives of the general public comfortable with ease of doing businesses in the government services. His explanatory contribution as well as acclaimed at Apex IT Buddies of national repute and has received many awards and accolades. Among them, a few prominent felicitations and awards are as under Prime Minister's Award for Excellence in Public Administration 2006 and 7, Data Quest e-Government Champion for the Northern Region 2006, Transformation Leadership Saman by Lucknow Management Association 2005, National Award and e-Governance 2018-19 for National Scholarship Portal 2.0 in the category of Excellence in Providing Citizen-Centric Delivery by DOPT. NASCOM Social Innovative Honors for the e-Scholarship Project in the state of UP 2013, Certificate of Merit on the International Customs Day by World Customs Organization for rendering exceptional services to the international customs community. He has dedicated entire life to facilitate the ICT-led public service at the doorstep of those who are unprivileged and neglected, and also played a key role by significant ICT contributions in shaping the Digital India program of the country. Presently, he is the Deputy Director General in National Informatics Center, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, posted in New Delhi. With these words, I like to welcome Mr. S.V. Singh sir for his keynote address.
Good morning to all of you delegates. First of all, respected Professor A.K. Nayak, Professor Sanjay Kumar ji, who given very good dynamic lecture just before this, and Mr. M.N. Hoda ji, then Professor Dinam Rajan ji, Professor Arvind Kumar ji, Sharma ji, we have worked together in Lucknow. Then Sam Saraja ji, my colleague Dr. Shailesh Srivastava will be giving lectures after this session. So, and then all this audience who has, I'm just missed or something, while participating in this event and listening to this program. I welcome all of you. First of all, I like to thank Professor Nayak. After a long time, I think almost around, I was after departure from Bihar, I think in 2001, around 13, 14 years, I was in Uttar Pradesh. I had no much of communication relationship actually. And then suddenly I got a call from him, say 5 days before that I should be participating into this event. I was so delighted because CSA actually now almost around, I have worked in IT industry for 38 years. And I mean 34 actually, what when you mentioned 32 years I was then in NIC. So before joining NIC, National Informatics Center, I was there in the private sector in Delhi. And then I was in NTPC for a few years. Around 6 years experience, actually I joined Patna. And when I was from NTPC, I gone to Patna. Then Dr. Sesa, renowned scientist, actually I was losing some money because the NTPC, as of all of you know, it is a very high-paid like A+ organization, public sector. So from public sector to moving out to the government, I say certainly there was some loss of revenue. And then when I was just trying to join, I just wanted to Dr. Sesagiri to meet because actually I wanted some compensation because I should not be in loss. And I'll be going to Patna, joining a government department. and with some loss. So I just called him in the night that, sir, actually given offer to me to join NIC Patna, and actually I'm getting some loss or something. Is it possible that you can financially raise? Then he said, he one or two tips he has given to me, that you belong to Bihar, you are son of a soil. I have seen your biodata, what you work in a private company. I was in a software, now new gen company. He read all my biodata. And he says on NTPC, actually, if you join NIC, you'll find that, NTPC will forget. Because the public life, going to the public life commitment, doing to commitment to a service, it is a new challenge. So actually, and then certainly you appreciate and will tell me that, money is not important for you. You'll find that the way you are contributing, that really touched my heart. And I joined, I said, okay, fine, sir, loss. Fine, I'll be joining Patna. And suddenly this all 3-4 practices I have done. One is my son of a soil. I want to do something for my country. Like Professor Sanjay Kumar ji really touched something, a son of a soil, what he has given. I wanted to do something for my country. I love that in my country, it's a pious country for the entire world, earth. So certainly you've got a chance to do something for the public, and it's such a good country. So actually national feeling I was there with me. So I wanted to do something for my own state or for my own country. Second thing, actually setting up a network 32 years back in 88. Nobody can imagine like VSAT technology. Mr. Sanjay Kumar, Professor Sanjay Kumar was giving difference. The VSAT technology, the acceptance of IT, that too in Bihar, that time was IT, Bihar was slightly laggard state. But now today is almost like leader, almost par. Because the kind of leadership, political will is there today, is there. A lot of e-governance things are happening. Mr. Sales will be make a presentation on what is happening in Bihar. So actually a lot of things have happened. But I'm talking about 32 years back when I gone there, and with one bag, only 3 employees in NIC, 3 or 4 employees in NIC, looking for some space where to set up an office, looking for a space, how to set up office in all the districts level. So, and then I started interacting with the Chief Secretary. You will not believe, I got such a good response. I don't know. So actually from Believer, that time, I don't know book like Secret was there or not. I don't know when it got published. Like anything you desire, like the way Professor Sanjay Kumar was saying, anything, just simply a dream, make a big dream that I want to do something for my state or my country. Suddenly there is a power, third power who makes your dream come true. And that started working for me. Whenever I say like I wanted this office place, so Chief Secretary used to say, okay, fine, take this space. So Professor Naik knows, because such a long session, actually, because time is limit, because slightly we are running behind. So this background, I don't want to go much on this, but still I'm saying that, from IBM, Professor Nayak and ourselves, we started working, joining hand, because even the education sector, training, we are there in the implementing sector. So whenever I used to say, like this space I wanted, so district magistrate would allot, Chief Secretary actually give anything. I said like, sir, I want this, I used to get this. So this started happening for me. It's a law of attraction. I can, from my heart, I can say 8 years in experience in IT sector. I can tell you that if you get a chance to serve your country, if you really dream big and think from internal desire, that the God of, there's a power of a law of attraction, which brings everything with you. It's an entire kanat aapke saath aa jati hai, they will start working for you in this direction. So and then started performing. Then while performing, 2 things more I practiced, because in IT sector, those particularly those who are participant attending this, then the government sector, Dr. Sesagiri is a real scientist. He has given some training to me. I was only 6 years experience working with some private sector and government sector. He told 2 things. Anything comes to you, because you have to, once you have set up an office or establishment, then you have to do some file movement. So first thing he said, break the rule. Because government, there is a lot of rules. So you want to buy something or you want to construct a building. So then you have to go into some tender process, this process. You start going financial approval, this approval. So he said like anything you, first category said, and he also done in the lifetime also. The first thing that break the archaic rules, and they started breaking, and then he said, take post facto approval. He has given freedom to me. Facto. First, you do that job, then you tell me, sir, I've done this, I've made some expenditure on this thing, just send a file to me and take post facto approval. So these two factor really, and then second part, for all of us, I'm saying this one IT sector, and if you really want to contribute for the country, then you can, once you can become invisible, don't go for name and fame that people should know you. Then you will get lost into that name. Be silent, like the way God's everything, gives hair, gives light, he doesn't get visible. So actually, if you do something, simply start beating the drum, something that I have done something for my estate, or I've done this governance exercise. So then everything will get lost into this thing. Then people will start reacting on you. Anybody wants to take credit, ultimate, your objective is you have to reach to the ground and serve the people. That's the ultimate objective. With this background, I'm saying that I started working for the last 30 years. I was around 12 half years up to 2001. 88 to 2001 is almost 12 and a half years. I was there in Patna. Then I gone to UP, which is a much bigger state. Then with this background, what have you learned from UP, Bihar? UP actually was a golden period for me. I was there almost around 13 years. In around 26 years, I was there in the state. And really delivering to the public. They say anything I've decided from rural to something contributing, I've really, whatever I've done to that level, I really feel satisfied that I've done something for my society and the rural people. Arvind, can we make a presentation? Can you load the presentation?
Yes, sir, sure.
You go to a third slide. Because time is short, so actually I'll just cover. Yeah. Okay, fine. This will remain in the. So you can you play this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. It's visible to the members. I think is fine. Otherwise, we could just see that. If you can.
Just give me 1 second, sir.
I think probably you have to slide. So first you have to go and make slide slow.
Yes, sir.
Or is it visible to others? And let it as it is.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Now, go to third page.
Yes, sir.
One more. Yeah. So basically, I'm just saying that the transforming ICT and innovation ecosystem to improve quality of life. Two things I really want to focus on here. That using ICT and innovative technology like today, AI, like blockchain, all this technology, how to improve the quality of life through service delivery. Just one back. Through service delivery and taking a strategic advantage on the economic development by usage of cutting edge technology to place India as a leader of the global front. I mean, just one picture backside, one screen is coming.
Just 1 minute, sir.
Yes. So actually here, the quality of life, improving implementing IT systems. So there is a government sector like NIC, there are states like there is a many public sectors there who can able to contribute. So one is that reaching to the rural people and improving the quality of life. And second part is giving a strategic advantage of economic development. Say only thing service delivery will not work. You have to really do something for the earning, creating wealth for the country. So economic development, and you will not believe, just one of the, like recently I got award for a custom day, the custom project in Delhi. I'm looking after that. I'm actually in charge for a custom project. Initially, I was thought, what is doing custom actually very unknown project. And when it was given to me, I was thinking that really I should go for it or contribute something. Then when I met one of the custom officer, commissioner, and he said, like, can you tell me what is the budget? How much revenue we create through custom, the direct taxes? So I will not believe that is a 5 lakh crore is a target, almost like 5 to 6 lakh crore per annum is a target we earn through custom duty. So actually then I hypely jumped and then started making many reforms. Today now there is a Turant custom. So any exporter, importer, he's importing goods from outside, or exporters, he's sending goods outside the country, exporting or importing. So we say like Turant custom. I mean, just within 24 hours, you apply for your custom import or export, within 24 hours, we'll get approval, and it's a faceless custom. So around 200 custom seaports, airports, and airports and cargo, and it's all these places actually, so many containers keeps on coming to our country. And so actually we have got complete ERP solution developed by NIC. It runs, and this is such a good pleasure, it gives pleasure. And all these custom officers, they feel that NIC really brought change. And today, you not believe in the custom, if you compare with the entire custom, there is a custom organizations, World Custom Organization, they give rate. India is one of the top 5 country who has got such a good system of clearance of the goods. So, and with such a complex item, the container, lots of items are there. There is a rates, you have to find out. Then it says some sample checks and getting approval. So both the projects actually have started working for the public life, and is for earning revenue for the country. Then actually how you measure that your software, any solution we build for the country is really serving the purpose of the common people or not. So actually that the slides actually, since or not is a full-fledged, or no, we'll let it as it is. So serving the bottom of the pyramid, like the way C.K. Prahlad has said, if you write any software, like the person with the bottom of the pyramid, like the rural people, the PPL family, the Kisan, and the laborers, if your advantage, your solution reach to the labor people, the bottom of the pyramid people, then you find that really that is measurement that you have done something for the country. So actually all the application I found that in our old age pension, the widow pension, the PM Kisan Yojana, it's all developed by NIC, and suddenly you find that it's all, during the pandemic period, I gone to Patna, I've gone to my hometown and got stuck because there's some urgent requirement. And then one of my colleagues will be giving lecture on you. He has developed this migrant laborers, say around 20 lakh people. He immediately developed a mobile app, and the reach of the people laborer applied for the survey. That they want to get some assistance from the Bihar government, and there's 20 lakh. He has given some money fund, immediately fund, so they can buy ticket and come back to our home state. Then for the ration, PDS, there is some money transferred. I suddenly found that my village, the poor people approaching, sir, I'm getting every day they come to me. Okay, sir, I got some 1,000 rupees from this, some 2,000 rupees from PDS. So there's money coming. I was feeling delighted that within 24 years of my service, I'm doing for the country, or particularly for the state Bihar, I'm finding that my villagers, because I was there for almost around 15-20 days in my village, and almost I getting everybody saying that I got the money. So there's a DBT. So entire change has happened. That gives pleasure. That during pandemic period, there is no livelihood. There is no, laborers have no source of earning, or money coming from the government support coming directly to the account. There is no middleman. So that is a change has happened for the country in towards e-readiness for the country, then it should be that it should be transformative. We have made many changes, broken many rules. We have changed the rules for implement e-governance solution. Like the way Professor Sanjay Kumar has said that minimum government, maximum governance. So actually we found that people should not come and get connected. And then it should be pervasive. Everybody life it should be embed, and it should be inclusive. Great. Everybody has to get service from urban area to rural areas. Everybody should be part of that part. And then second thing is, what is a key enabler for the country? So the country has made very good investment in the Digital India program, data center at Delhi, or NIC data center, SDC, then connectivity like NKN, SWAN by Government of India, mighty. So a lot of money has gone invested into this. The major change, actually, I'm saying the point number 2, the key enabler, I'm saying that is a mobile phone and internet penetration. Like today, I think a previous speaker, Professor Naik, also has mentioned that the mobile phone almost around is almost 90, everybody, 1.36 billion population is almost 1.26 billion people got the mobile access. Next slide, I'll be covering up. So almost everybody got an internet connectivity. It's quite rich. So this is a really cutting edge technology for the country, and the people they're in their hand. The technology there, so service they can able to demand. Then is another program, is a movement by the Prime Minister. It's a Jan Dhan, Aadhaar and mobile. He has given focus for last 3 years. The Prime Minister himself taken a lead, made everything is a movement that those who don't have labor or something, poor people had no Jan Dhan Yojana, means bank account. So he has opened a scheme like Jan Dhan Yojana, and under that every the villagers were asked to open account with zero balance, and there is a lot of review meeting happened at the Government of India level to the banks, and almost no free accounts, zero balance account, and some incentive insurance scheme was given to the labor person. So actually I found that, because since I got connected with the village, still I love my village in Bihar. I really go to the village and found that almost everybody, every labor, every community has got their bank account. So that is a major revolution happened in IT sector, and Aadhaar actually that finding out the authenticating that who are you, like something is Aadhaar has almost 136 almost out of 90% coverage is there. 36 crore population, I will find that almost 126 crore population got Aadhaar. So coverage Aadhaar and bank account number, bank account is and the mobile access. All the three has made major change in e-governance exercise and India readiness towards reaching to the unreached people. So that limitation really, I think I have got many countries I visited under some training program and found that such a spread. I mean, nobody can think of such a vast country, and we have everybody got mobile, everybody got Aadhaar, everybody got a bank account number. So authentication is possible. No money can go to wrong person. So using Aadhaar payment bridge, so actually get authenticated that yes, you are money going to right person. No middleman siphoning the money. So at least Aadhaar gets authenticated that you are biometric. So at least who are you can be authenticated. I think very few country got. I can give one example like Estonia. They have citizen card, and it's like Aadhaar is also like citizen card. Because such a good country, I think this is our advantageous position for our country. So it's a strategic advantage given JAM. So I say another dream project of our Honorable Prime Minister. Send the e-governance and service delivery on demand. It's a lot of applications built. I'll be coming to the next slide. I'll be doing it. And then, last base today, now the government focus is Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Under this, actually, we want to connect everybody and we want to transact cashless. This is a kind of thing, and vocal for local, that kind of thing is happening. So today, all of us actually, once you bend a mind, that real national feeling you have to create, really have to serve the people, then all of us should be doing some contribution towards our country under Atmanirbhar Bharat and making that paperless and think cashless. During COVID period, I'll just give you an example. Like judiciary, actually, it's one of my dream subject. Professor Naik has given reference. In 90, actually, Patna High Court Chief Justice called me And he said, since actually my son is doing MTech from US, and he talks a lot of IT thing. Can I introduce IT solution in judiciary in Patna High Court? And it's almost like 89. I'm saying nobody think, and just the way I told you that, you know, anything you dream, like the secret, the law of attraction, I was thinking, I thought, let's do it. I decided to do, and saying, okay, sir, Chief Justice calling to me in Patna High Court, that too young guy, it's a 6-7 years experience in this industry, and he's saying that I want to do something, his words of retirement. He said, like, I got only 6 or 1 year time frame to retire. And I want that my lifetime also in Patna thing to happen. And I started working, you know, it's a law of attraction. Suddenly I found that every IT savvy man, Justice Varuka joined, later I become E-Committee chairman. And like the way I was breaking rule, he has started breaking rule for development purposes to come to NIC. Being a Patna High Court judge, he's and he really wanted to contribute, join, because it's a karma. People start joining you. He started, I'm saying, sir, you are not supposed to come. Don't worry. I said, the way you are breaking rules, you have done something for the country, state or something for the country. Even I should do something for the country and for my High Court. You would not believe the Patna High Court become almost the leading High Court to implement computerization program. Later on, everybody started implementing. Supreme Court, you made a presentation to Supreme Court, is moved to Supreme Court also. And then entire High Court things are replicated, like Gujarat, all places, all courts are now today happening. And today actually I'm head of the group. I've been looking after the entire computerization program of that. Today also one slide is there with me. That entire country, actually that e-court project like district court, subordinate courts is one of my dream subject, I feel, because I really got connected that litigation management system should improve our country. So they are actually given an example that COVID situation, yesterday Supreme Court, the judges came to NIC visit to see some of the demonstration of the software. And it's being Saturday, they came to NIC, registrars, secretary generals of the Supreme Court. And I was actually the pandemic situation, we are doing VC from March something like 22nd, 23rd, after the lockdown period, we started doing VC. Even today, all the courts are functioning in the virtual mode. And then I just, is it a plan to move into physical mode? Initially, the lawyers are very, slightly, they are not supporting. They feel that, you know, only big lawyers are getting the e-filing things start happening because paperless filing has to be done because the registry is totally stopped. Registry people start working from home, culture started. So the e-filing, initially the lawyers used to find some problem with the e-filing. Electronic filing, a scanning document, uploading into the net. That began some help desk support and started working. And you will not believe that the Chief Justice of India announced that some 50-50 case, 50% physical court, 50% virtual court will function during this period till the things get improved. For your surprise, all the lawyers as today, because such a 4-5 months of working to virtual mode and virtual filing, e-filing, they said like, no, sir, actually we want to be only in the virtual mode. So physical court, even Supreme Court not started because the acceptance has gone high. So COVID has made, and then work from home by government of India employee. Our e-office system of NIC is a work from home culture is created. So all of our many times, all 6 months something, all of us, even today also, 50% staff, junior staff, clerical staff, they are not to come to the office. They are from home, they are discharging their files. So this new learning concept is working. So entire pillar of our system, ecosystem, the democracy, like we said, judiciary, the legislative and the executive, all started working in this hybrid mode, something in work from home electronic mode. So acceptance has really gone high. And ultimate, actually, I'm saying that harnessing, actually, my objective is IT plus IT is today. I mean, the PM keeps on saying is almost from 7 years back on name of Digital India. He has given this slogan to the country that IT plus IT is equal to IT. And it's really, we should, all of us will be like, it's such a psycho word for all of us. Like we should really embed that we are, once you're IT professional, please do something for the harness the IT talents of the country, because this is the only way that the 5 trillion economy of the country, the PM has vision for another 22 something 5 trillion economy. It's the only way we can realize our dream, because many starts of new IT world people are there who can combine together, can make the country as a IT leader on, and getting economy of $5 trillion. Can you go to the next slide? So actually, Arvind, can you go? Yes. So India status now actually, this is couldn't not be that visible to you, but I'm saying that it's been ranked on the performance of, one is that backend, the supply side and the demand side. The supply side is the government employee, the government officers who really went to serve the people. That I mean, on one demand side, the public who participate into this thing, they apply online service. So there is the United Nations reports are there submitted, and India is really moving up in the value chain. Although actually, just like I'll give an example of down e-participation index, EPI index we call. So the leading countries like Estonia. 2 years back, actually, we gone for some training program. All the many joint security of our country under our Government of India exchange program, we are gone to Estonia. Now and they have some solution like a smart card or something, citizen card. Like the way we got Aadhaar is not like a card, but they have got card, citizen card. The population of the country is only 50 lakh. Now the implementing any solution of 50 lakh person is very easy. But our country like rolling out entire for 136 crore people is quite challenging exercise. So our solution, I then found that in almost they implemented, they say coverage is 100%. Our coverage becomes slow because rollout takes time. Because when you try to implement such a vast country, so many states, 7 states, and so much as good population, the blocks and taluka reaching to everybody is like not easy. But in spite of all that, our ranking is improving in that global ranking improving in terms of like readiness toward the IT and participation of the citizen also, because we have very handy tool like mobile phone in our hand, internet connectivity, social media. So all this government under ease of doing business, now almost every month, the Prime Minister himself take a review meeting of ease of doing business, where you have to make ease out, simplify the process, make everything simple. Then any scheme come to the social media, people should be aware, make people vigilant, make people aware. So creating third power. So now the democracy actually is the IT sector to sustain. The founder DG like Chancellor is to that time to say that there is 3 pillar of the democracy, like legislative, judiciary, and the executive. He used to always say from that day, I remember that word, that is the 4th pillar is citizen. And today the time has come that citizen really, the way the Twitter, the Facebook, the way they apply, they create pressure onto the government. The demand side people create pressure on the government to deliver. You have no other chance. So that such a vigilant citizen has been our country has become. So now you have to really perform. People make you like become service. Otherwise, he can post something. One Twitter that's I'm applying for something and there's a delay. Now the citizen charter really working well. So preparedness for the background people like, so the both index actually I'm saying that is a serving e-governance service development model index and the participation, the public, both are really going to that level. So actually I'm happy that our country is such a vast country with such a wide population, the different language, we are putting everything e-governance in the place. Can we go to the next slide? And if anybody wants, I can share this presentation. If you are not able to read, then I can share this. So our country population is 1.36 billion. So you see that kind of readiness in technology front. 1.361 billion population. We have 1.19 billion having mobile subscription. It's almost around 87%. Then internet user is, this data is, this December data, 19. The internet user is, that kind of data must have some increase also. So 560 million, so 56 crore people got internet users. Then 31 crore people are in the social media. And 29 crore people are in the social media, the media users. So now we see the growth, how this country is really moving in the value chain. And nobody can stop that India become IT leader in only few years. The way things are happening, Make India and this combination of IT software, this combined together and the power of citizen, the way it become literacy has come into this field, it will make our country growth, the way is 1.1%. This is a figure from the population January 81 to 19. This figure I've gone for net collected from data. Then he say our 1.1% growth, annual growth is our population happening, whereas our mobile subscription is going at 2.8%. Then our internet users are going at 21%. You can imagine the way. I think this is one of the good example of the country that nobody can stop, because people are really wanting to participate into the governance exercise. EPI level is going up. Then active social media users are going at a rate of 24%. Then while social media acting at 26%. So it's a growth is happening. The way 26% population is joining annually to this kind of platform, you can imagine that the kind of awareness program, even the illiterate person in the village, to know how to use the smartphone and WhatsApp messages and apply any solution. Any government program comes into the net, so they know how to log into the system, how to get registered, how to apply. They are doing from rural areas. And then there's their cyber cafe also to help them. So they can able to review, they can see their status, what is happening, they can raise a complaint, they can they are certainly the demand is increasing when supply side people has to work together. And being in government, I've seen the people are so aware that some delay happens in your level, you get mail from citizens. So this is things are not happening, or data is some websites like we have got NJDG data, National Judicial Data Grid we have built for e-court project. Any litigations happen is somebody say judgment is a pronounced and not uploaded on the net because making foul play. I get a mail, and then you have to resolve because there is a public pressure is so high. The demand increasing, and you can't relax. You have to give the service to the public. So can you go to the next slide? So the challenge is actually the data center. We have been, say, NIC, our role is very, very tough. The way, you find the service is reaching. So anytime those have rights application, it finds very easy that our things are working and you are reaching out the people, application reaching anything, food and PDS, I'll give the name of the software. So actually the backend, we find that, the way country is becoming popular, there is cyber attacks also. And I found that, because actually I'm part of ICT advisory in the NIC, and most of the cyber security divisions, with all this requirement for our NIC, how to protect our data and how to encrypt the data, how to safeguard the data and data protection law. You have to keep the data safe because people depend on NIC. Because all this government department, once they host any program in the NIC data center, they feel that now since given to NIC is very safe hand. Same thing has happened in experience while working in the Bihar and UP. I said people, once any application is hosted on NIC data center, they say it's in safe hand, my data will be protected, my application will be protected, and they give it to, and then with our responsibility, the way people start trusting you, means your responsibility goes very, very high. So you have to really think of almost my data center team works for 24/7 basis to see the server is not down, performance is there, cyber attacks should be get minimized, how to minimize that attacks, so that all these applications are done. Overall public of that internet users of I'm saying such a large number of users, so we have to serve the people without any performance issue. So he say almost we 24/7 start working. Yes, happen some kind of attacks because their denial of service attack, DDoS attack keeps on happening. Say it's a part of life, because once you become popular, say there are some country, there are some outside people, the external people do not want very comfortable with the country, so suddenly they'll feel like making some disruption. But it's their job. But we spend sleepless night ensure that things are happening. Can you go to the next slide? So actually that I just simply because time not there. So it's an NIC mandate today. Generally, so 4 mandates are there. The technology partner of the government, we are generally, anybody looks for any solution, they approach to us. Then ICT infrastructure like our NKN, then data center and network connectivity is you have to ensure that back-to-back connectivity is established, data center is working into the place, and latest technologies are applied. Then explore and advise the different dimensions of IT in the government and design development IT solution for the, it's not that NIC role that simply suggests some technology and don't implement. So once you suggest, so you have to make sure that this is getting implemented. So the challenge is there, but then the way you enjoy public service becomes important. So you really enjoy doing this. Next one. Arvind. So we have data center now today the 4 places, like initially old data center was NIC Delhi. So that is a long back. So that almost we have migrated, because from there we have gone to the cloud. So we have Hyderabad, we have Pune, we have NDC Delhi. So now almost all data center is cloud enabled. So that the scaling of the performance is happening. And then now it's a new setup has been there at NIC Bhubaneswar. And everywhere finding that we're setting up, and the kind of service demand is so increasing so high that data center is almost getting full. Like Delhi is almost full. Almost we got 4,100 servers we installed, and it's almost capacity is full, because every day one program gets hosted by some government of India. A lot of IT things happening. So then some gone to the Hyderabad, some site has been hosted Hyderabad, then DR center for Hyderabad to Delhi, Delhi to Hyderabad we are saying, and then Pune, and we have Bhubaneswar. Then we have for a small application, we have all state center, we have got SDC, by all the state government got a state data center, and then we have also mini cloud at the state. So that simple application can be hosted onto the state level. Can go to next. So this then we have NKN connectivity reach. Almost NKN, almost all these premier institutes have been given connectivity with the NKN. See, they now NICNet and NKN almost merged. So all this district level person we got initially when we are there, we had only 2 Mbps of copper wire of VSAT. VSAT technology works into, I don't remember exactly, some kbps performance. Now from that level to 34 Mbps, 100 to Gbps connectivity has been provided on fiber backbone to all the district administration. So all the district administration got, those who are providing supply side people, government officers, has been given the fiber connectivity. So from there, how much you migrated, because we have to get ready, because connectivity is a backbone for our development. E-governance only will happen if the connectivity is strong. So we have redundant connectivity, the backbone, everything are made quite robust now. So today NKN presence is almost the entire globe, and then all the district centers, most of the IITs, most of the PM institutions got NKN connectivity, because we have limited capacity. The demand is coming up very high. We are trying to upgrade NKN 2.0 version. 2.0 is also being planned. So that may take some time. So that will be coming up very soon. At least things are under evaluation by the government of India. So there's a funding requirement. So we can improve the backbone. So anything e-governance today in the cloud enabled service, you have to connectivity is very, very, it's required. And I know that connectivity and I see backbone only from government department. But think of the department, the mobile people connectivity. I'm really thankful to that today internet penetration happened because of the DOT, all this Airtel, Reliance, Jio, all this they made from 4G to 5G. So it's coming up. So they have been tremendous performance. They have got their marketing exercise. So almost everybody hand mobile has reached. But government side, so our service delivery, because you need bandwidth for video conferencing, for conducting virtual meeting, plus conducting your day-to-day mundane job, e-office, document downloading, you need a dedicated line. So this is a point-to-point line between the state center to the district center. So, and then NIC network data center. So the pipe is encrypted pipe. So private, and then they say access becomes easy and it's very fast. Can go to next line. So there is a host of application. That e-course actually I mentioned because this is my dream project. And today also I just told you, because litigation I really wanted. So actually I know I enjoy working with the judges. I become very comfortable in 90, working in Patna High Court Chief Justice and then judges. Even Supreme Court actually for last 6 years actually when I came to Delhi, so almost around 2014, I'm given this responsibility that we should handle e-court project. And do not believe now today, give an example that some 2 years back, there is a e-committee headed by another judge. So previous was Mr. Lakur, Justice Lakur was Madan B. Lakur was the chairman E-committee. Then now Justice Chandrachud is a chairman E-committee. So start working with the judges. Do you find that such a learned people, such a visionary, they want to make some changes in the country, in improvement in the country, and minimize the pendency of the case. And we sent one team of computer in charge, like registrars of the high courts, to the US. And when we made our presentation on the e-court project, they feel that, we are nowhere inferior. As many things were actually implemented in our solution, like mobile app, lawyers, everything from your home, you can able to access e-filing. If we made one NGDG, entire 6 crore data of the pendency case, anybody without any login, you want to track any cases, you can able to just simply go to national data grid, and you can able to access the court information. So this was actually, I think, is such a good for us to make a performance. Then second project, I believe talking of NSP scholarship, because really I'm like the way Professor Naik was mentioning, and many of you from education background, I have seen the village area. Actually, many talents today, things are really changing. Many of the rickshaw puller person, the laborers or the painters, their child is qualifying in IIT. So actually, I really want to get connected how to help rural people. When I came to Delhi, and this program NSP was hosted by, I'm the brainchild, is my baby. I sometimes feel that you created this. NSP is created by me, and today you not face thousands of crores, and something 2 crore children applies for this portal. It's one of the most successful portal for doing BTech, IIT, top classes, engineering colleges, the schemes, and all engineering colleges. Those who are poor, their family income is 2 lakh, 3 lakh, and they're studying the college where that fees is around 2 lakh rupees, and father income is only 50,000 rupees. How can I afford to go to this degree? So actually, I won this project because I wanted to serve the rural people and those intellectual, because without education, our country cannot grow. So the rickshaw puller, everything, I think it's all God grace. What is happening, I don't know how from they study in the small room, how they, almost many toppers I found the 10th and 12th, they are from the very, very poor family. If they want to study, carry on, the finance will not come on the way. So there is a Government of India scheme. So if you are poor, you can apply and you can get this financial support for admission fee, total reimbursement, then your tuition fee get reimbursed. So I felt like just joining, and you will not believe, initially some problem was there. There are many colleges, they're not very comfortable. I don't know, because money was going to the college, not to the child. Then college to distribute. We made the change in the system. Operation procedures made change. Directly we said, no, the college, money will not go to the college. Then there was a reaction, but this learning started happening from UP. I joined one champion bureaucrats in Uttar Pradesh, and he said, I want to reform a scholarship because their money really not reaching to the public. And many of the professors are there without regards. Actually, once money given to the college, then it's a disbursement, their account section, something is very tough job. So child is running here pillar to the post. Sometimes fake name comes. So we made Aadhaar enabled a scholarship project. And so we said, like, although Supreme Court ruling is there, that Aadhaar is not mandatory. You can't deny anybody who has not Aadhaar. So at least he can EID enrollment, he can do enrollment. Even is not enrollment, still he can do. So we are knowing, at least we identify the college, because many childs are notorious. They try to make the system foul play. So he applied through some background. Even he got Aadhaar, he will simply not disclose. He say, I got bank account. So bank account also is identity for him, but he got 4 accounts. So sometimes will write his name as something, sometimes full name, sometimes half name. So he knows, try to teach the system. But we have foolproof system today, working for 6 years. The Cabinet Secretariat and PMO become so happy that at least we are able to disperse to the money, although we get delayed, but crores of students are getting money through this scheme. And once you become, like, suppose you are studying in a first year engineering college and you have come into the portal. From next year onwards, you don't have to apply. Once you are adopted child of NSP and they migrate to second year, simply you have to give only 2 parameters, that I passed out first year and I got 50% marks. This is only limitation, only 2 parameters, that I passed I got this much mark. That's all. Then scheme again will next year you will get the money. So they have made system so simple that the poor person should not be getting because financial constraints do not come on their educational system. So that way NIC now talk of anything like we have e-way bill, GST system, the PFMS for DBT, Darpan for NGO, EHRMS for a government employee, your service book, something is a leave application, MyGov, all of the PM, one of the most important favorite subject, biometric attendance. I was government employees who come in time. We have biometric attendance. All buildings are there now. Today, COVID is stop. PDS, almost all state. I'm very happy that PDS initially we have some resistance now to almost all state, and then the bound PDS that you have laborer of one state or belong to citizen of Bihar, you might get to Bangalore or Bombay, you get ration at that place. So this all integrated PDS system has come. Narega. Then they name everything. SWAS for writing website. E-procurement system is very good country now. GEM has come. Vahan Sarthi for transport. E-office make EHRMS. So there is host of application. We are running an entire team of around the thousands of government employees in NIC. They really spend their available time almost day and night. They get because really they feel own. That is my country, is my project and my citizen. Unless until you try to own, it's not like when work as a government employee. You have to think of you owning that yes, my services people are being used and getting benefited. So that gives pleasure to all of us. And then it's the boundary of government employee that gets shaded away. Can we go to the next now? Next. So National Cloud already next. Should we now? I think covered. There is not much. Okay, then I'll not cover because now time is already taken too much of time. The cloud already I've told you that the servers are there and how many ministry department, how many virtual machines, thousands of virtual machines are there deployed to make the service ready for you. So any software developed by any state, simply they come and it's a ready-made virtual machines are given in the cloud. So they're scalable. Certainly you post and your service available within 1 week time frame or something. Only requirement audit objection, audit has to be removed. Site has to be very, very secured. It's SQL injection, everything has to be, because sites will not be hacked. It gives a very bad name to the country. So we are just ensuring that your site has been audited by authorized auditor of certain of the country. That many we have deployed a lot of auditors who audit our software before hosting. This is the only condition. You will not get valid IP. Site will not be accessible until site audit certificate is available to you. Because actually that many times attackers are there because service is there, somebody wants to disrupt. Entire now today, all the ministry functions are coming on the internet, all electronic. So now anything disruption happens, data loss happens, it becomes big challenge. So we are requesting all this ministry, those who are developing software by NIC or even outside, at least that you have to get your service audited, software audited. Go to the next. So this is e-code project. Already I've covered that, it's a 600 districts, around 2,944 code complexes we are building, 2,000 code complexes, all the codes running in Taluka, covering all the within district, going to Taluka level. So district Taluka establishment, around 6,000 establishment means like judges. We are saying almost they have different like criminal cases, judges, establishments are there. The number of cases is around 9 crore. Then ordered judgments, any judgment for last 20, 30, 40 years, you can able to see the judgment has been uploaded onto the NJ, we call data grid. Then daily hits almost around 10 lakh hits are coming, and it's a very popular site. So all the litigants and the lawyer, it's not that your case is there, so you can't depend on only simply on the lawyer. You know that what judge is given, what date has given, and what is short judgment the law. Any person, any citizen can able to view his case. Next. What is one of the most exercise this thing? So a scholarship actually is one of my dream subject I wanted because he's the poor person, the person at the bottom of the pyramid. Actually, I was saying one thing I'll tell to, although time is short, one thing I really tell to all of you, that actually serving the rural people. C.K. Prahlad book, one thing is written that do well while doing. अगर आपको अच्छा अपने जिंदगी में पर्सनल लाइफ you have to do something well in your family life and your personal life, because everybody life is very short. So you want to achieve something and do well in your life, then you have to do something well for the society. Without contributing well to the society, you can't do well. That is maybe 1 or 2%. I've seen the example. Without contributing to society, you can't do well in your family life and personal life. So you really, and everybody wants to do happy and peaceful life. This ultimate objective and peaceful life. So actually, what is up? Say, come and get connected. Start a scheme. Take something ownership. Take a risk. I know there is a problem. There is chances that some fraud can happen in the scholarship portal, because somebody there is a education system. Please don't mind those who are studying. There is a not all, but few percentage. There is a college, some kind of mafia, and they know how to manipulate the data, how to create a bot-based child, and simply it doesn't exist, and you create and try to file the case. So it is very difficult to almost eliminate. So there is a chances that money can get to somebody else. Although you mark for somebody else, reaching to somebody else's account, it can happen because you can't really control crores of child applies, and do software is a mechanism you can't able to check. So this is, but actually even is a risky part. Still, I told my team that boys, you have to really work hard. This is my dream project. It has to succeed. The children should get advantage of this, and then really, because I feel that the country, once they get proper education, even if is a poor, then only he can give back to society. So first we give back to something to them. There is a scheme of Government of India, the vision of Government of India to do support, give assistance. Then it's only IT, because is it possible to reach out to crores of people through money has gone, something is wrong, so interacting with something in a flight mode. So I told my boys, please work hard. I want things would happen. And today I'll not, some 1 or 2 cases happens, the fraud happens. Some 1 or 2 CID inquiries that we are not deterred with. 1 or 2 CID inquiries happening. Somebody, some category, I found, they're not SC or minority communities. They have just, general class against minority community, something funds is getting siphoned. So 1 or 2, barring 1 or 2 inquiry, rest of things are going peaceful. So actually, this is one of the dream project, and it's a bottom of the pyramid. People, poor guys, those who are young citizen going to study and become contributor for the country. So if you not help them, how can he do this? Although I know there is a risk, maybe that a small loss of money, because go to the public money, it going from government, it goes to any private person, it's difficult to get back the money. So all onus comes on you. So it's certainly there is a risky part, but once you get connected, it's all that taking risk becomes your part of your life. So actually, but this portal is very, very successful. We wanted to even same thing. We wanted to implement fellowship scheme. This fund for that is only for only 1 or 2 lakh fellowship persons who are doing research scholars. And you not believe this fund is some 3,000 crore. There is a fund 4,000 crore. If the really that, but there is a resistance. I don't know if people aren't accepting it. We had a meeting with the cabinet secretariat level. The acceptance of fellowship scheme by our line ministry is not, they're saying we don't want to join. But I'm very sure it could have been once that like NFP portal. We have been suggested, we have given a proposal to cabinet secretariat at the PMO that it should be NSP scholarship portal to fellowship portal should be developed, so that research and scholar, our country should really, we should know what is outcome, what the boys is doing, what innovations is doing into research work. So even so much of funding, we cannot able to get the output, what is outcome based. But then there are some issues with some ministry, maybe another 1 or 2 years time frame, they may join on the fellowship portal. Also can be country have one integrated fellowship portal for the entire like CSIR, labs, SNT organizations, all these. There are so many, almost around 8-9 top ministries are offering a fellowship scheme. They can join a single portal so that at least deduplication can also happen. The child should know where, a scholar should know at least where is the scheme happening, where is the demand for innovations. He can apply for this thing and get some fellowship scheme. So the kind of financial support certainly country can do much better. This one area still, and I'm not saying the department or ministry are not doing. They must have their own good portal, but still we're not very visible portal. We can't say at the dashboard level what is happening on the scholars and researchers. So is the country now deliberating, and maybe not 2 years time, certain things may come as a single portal, like the way NSP has come. NFP portal will come for the country. Next. Then actually, I mean, already Professor Sanjay Kumar has said minimum government is a Prime Minister deems thing, because I mean, say the maximum governance. So minimum people can able to maximum governance can do. The digital economy is on through DBT. He said almost like paperless. I mean, a cashless system. So DBT is actually very robust solution. Government of India, all the funds are going through DBT mode because we have Jan Dhan and Aadhaar mobile connectivity. So at least when we reach out to the public, then zero tolerance of corruption. There's a PM subject. Then greater people participation in the governance. Public really, because mobile app, social media, really our country is that way. Green technology. Then vocal for local is a now recent slogan of our Prime Minister. Power to empower and reach to unreached is another slogan of the Prime Minister, and this Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Under this, really a lot of innovative things are happening. Many startup thing. And a few days back, one of the program, RACE program, the Prime Minister has said India is AI hub, artificial intelligence hub for the country. So slowly now we are dreaming that many startups have really changed their face, and slowly, I mean, some blockchain or AI will be leader in 1 or 2 years time. So with this, actually, I'd like to thank the organizer, and particularly Mr. Professor Nayak, who have been, after a long time, he's given him call to me and just agreed for the, without even single thought, I just said, okay, fine. Because the way I got name from Patna's CSI chapter, Division 4, organizing this, and events had been hosted by IAPM, which I got long association around 32 years back. I said, without even thinking, I said, yes, I'll be joining this conference. I'm very happy, the kind of delegates, I mean, all there, in interacting with them. Actually a very pleasure to me. If I have something wrong words, please forgive me. Because this sector, education sector, I'm working. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Singh Sahib. Really, it is a great honor to have you in the auspicious occasion of the webinar. And you have been always a well-wisher of the Indian Institute of Business Management and actively contributed and participated in the CSI. And apart from that, today, you see the combination is that chief guest and keynote speaker and the president of the event, all are from Bihar and the son of the soil. That is the great thing. And following to you, my younger brother, Professor Hoda, is there, who is the director of the Bharati Vidyapith Institute of Computer Application and Management, and a tremendous academic leader also, and a chief editor of a unique journal having the highest index of the Scopus, that is the International Journal of the Information Technology. And apart from that, every year he organizes IndiaCom, a international forum where more than 25 countries delegates are participating. And last year it has created record by the submission of 3,360 papers in the webinar and 960 in the conference, and 960 papers got selected, and that has been published by the Springer in 10 volumes. This is unique work he is also doing. That's a great thing that we are having the three sons of soil today, Dr. Sanjay Kumar, and you yourself are the very big authority in the NIC Deputy Director General, and my younger brother, Professor Hoda, everybody told him younger, myself elder, and he is a very dynamic academic leader and achieved so much thing that in the short age, and he is comparatively definitely having less age, and God will definitely bless him to achieve the scale of excellence in the future age to come. Thank you. Thank you very much, Singh sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, SB Singh sir. So now we will move forward towards our presidential address, and for that I would like to call Professor Dr. M.N. Hoda sir. Professor Dr. M.N. Hoda is working as a professor of computer science and director at Bharati Vidyapith Institute of Computer Applications and Management, New Delhi. He has over 22 years of experience in academics in different capacities, Prior to joining the academics, he has initially worked as a corporate as a software engineer. He is an expert member of many level of committees of DST, CSIR, and MHRD. He is a member of Academic Council of GGSIP University, New Delhi since last 12 consecutive terms from 2006. He has also served 3 terms as a member of board management, the apex management body of the university, and 1 term as member of the court of GGSIP University, New Delhi. He is the editor-in-chief of International Journals of Information Technology, indexed with world's premier abstractions and indexed database like DBLP Germany, INSPEC UK, Google Scholar USA, etc. Being published by Springer Nature, the world's largest publisher of scientific documents. The journal is also established in the UGC list of approved journals. He has recently been elected as a member of National Governing Council, the Institution Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers ETE New Delhi for the period of 3 years from 2016. He has served as National Chairman System of Computer Society of India CSI for 2 consecutive terms from 2013-2017. He has also served the CSI in different capacities as the Regional Student Coordinator, Chairman, Vice Chairman, and Secretary of CSI Delhi Chapter. He has published over 100 papers in the journals and conferences of repute, including Springer, Singapore, IEEE USA, and IET UK. He has authored multiple books published by Springer at Nosara Internationals. He holds MCA degree from Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh as a doctorate in information system, audit in computer science. His current areas of research and information system audit, software engineering, computer networks, artificial intelligence, ICT and innovation pedagogies from 21st century teaching learning system. He is a fellow of IETE and a senior member of IEEE, ACM, CSI, ISTE, ISCA and NHRD. With these words, I like to welcome Professor Dr. M.N. Hoda sir for presidential address.
So, good afternoon to every one of you. Mr. Rohit, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, sir, you are audible.
So, very good afternoon to every one of you. My elder brother, chief architect of not only these programs, a series of programs in last almost 4.5 months, which you can't count during the COVID time, Professor A.K. Nayak sir, to whom not only me, from almost all professional society, people say that he's a Bhishma Pitama of IT and IT-enabled services in entire northeast of the country. Professor Nayak sir, the Honorable Chief Guest of today's program, Professor Sanjay Kumar ji, the keynote speaker of the program, Shri S.B. Singh, my friends, so many of my friends from Computer Society of India, Shri Arvind, Mr. Sham Sheraza, all friends from entire Northeast region of Computer Society, faculty members of IIBM, and dear participants from all parts of the country, including the students. It's my privilege to interact with you on the occasion of this program which Professor Nayak has architected. My dear friends, people keep asking why to organize programs, and I keep telling them that yes, during the advancement of the computer science and information technology, it is possible that one computer can do the job of 1,000 many people put together. But despite all advancement, even 1,000 many computers put together cannot do the job of one extraordinary person. And the purpose of these programs are to bring those extraordinary people at one platform to foster learning, to nurture learning, to upgrade the information and the entire knowledge base. That is the entire purpose, and for that purpose these programs are being organized. I take this opportunity to congratulate the entire organizing team and especially Professor A.K. Nayak, who has organized this program and in such a wonderful way. You have already heard 3 important speeches prior to me related to e-readiness with particular reference to our own country. Professor A.K. Nayak has very, in an elaborate manner, established the complete base, how the India has got and to which level India has got the e-readiness. What are different kind of penetration related to electronic services in the country. And that's how it is said that we have been in brick and mortar age. Now it is not a brick and mortar age. Change is the way of life. From brick and mortar age, we have shifted to information age. And that's how I keep saying that there is nothing constant in this world except change. And great poet said that इंसान घर बदलता है, लिबास बदलता है, रिश्ते बदलता है, दोस्त बदलता है. इंसान घर बदलता है, लिबास बदलता है, रिश्ते बदलता है, दोस्त बदलता है, फिर भी परेशान क्यों रहता है, क्योंकि हम खुद को नहीं बदलते. And that's how Ghalib said that तमाम उम्र गालिब यही भूल करता रहा, धूल मेरे चेहरे पे थी और मैं आईना साफ करता रहा. My dear friends, this COVID-19 has been such an opportunity. Of course, we do accept that this has disrupted everything in and around us. But this COVID-19 has such a great opportunity that India as a whole, and IT professional in particular, have shown to the world how agile we are, how adaptive we are, how responsive we are. And the moment that COVID-19 started disrupting everything in and around us, the people from the country, the professionals from the country have showcased that we are digitally ready and we can cope up with the changes happening in the society on account of or on the backdrop of COVID-19. And that's how the entire world is appreciating the way India has come forward in this environment. My dear friends, e-readiness can be considered as the ability to pursue value creation opportunities facilitated by information and communication technologies. And when I'm talking of facilitated by information and communication technology, who could deny the huge and tremendous benefit of information and communication technology which is coming to the country? In this talk only, our keynote speaker was referring that around 6.5 or 7 years ago, when Honorable Prime Minister was launching the India's digital mission, he very rightly said that in coming days, what I am visualizing is IT plus IT is equal to IT. Means India today, first IT is India today, second IT is with information technology, and the third IT will be India's tomorrow. So India today with information technology will be the India's tomorrow. That was the vision set. That was the kind of a USP given by the Honorable Prime Minister. And we all know that to which extent IT and IT-enabled services are pervasive in our day-to-day life, that even if you want, you cannot ignore the services, IT and IT-enabled services in and around us. The Honorable Chief Guest has also spoken, right, almost has given you last 50 years of expansion, last 50 years of automation in the country, and the way it has touched to every human being on that. The keynote speaker, because he works with the NIC, there are other speakers also from NIC. I could see Dr. Sailesh here, who again worked for NIC, and that too in Bihar. So there are other speakers, and the people at NIC has got an advantage that they are the basically architect of all digital services, which are ultimately touching to the common people, not like corporates which primarily undertake services which are meant for elite people. So the NIC is taking care of the services which are touching to the common people, and that's how we say that the users of ICT is the actual utilization in information and communication technology given in a conducive environment, and that too under a positive state of readiness of the country for which this particular program has been organized. So the keynote speaker has given a very detailed study that what and in which particular way the electronic services, the IT related services or information and communication technology per se is going to touch and is going to improvise the quality of the human being, the quality of the life of the human being on the earth. And that's how it is said that the application of IT and IT-enabled services, which we have been discussing since last almost 2.5 hours, will not only lead to having a smart governance. And when I'm talking of a smart governance, let me elaborate it further. The smart governance means S means simple, M means moral, A means accountable, R means responsive, and T means transparent. That is the smart governance. So this IT-enabled services will not only facilitate the smart governance, but it will also make the life of the people easy. The kind of the services which we are availing, maybe from the government sector or maybe from the private business players, that we all are aware. I need not to mention those services because we've already spoken almost 2.5 hours and it will further take some time. But my dear friends, I wanted to remind you here, and on the taking clue from all my 3 prior speakers, that the enormous advantages of ICT is not limited to social and economical benefit, rather is basically primarily to simplify the day-to-day life of all of us. If we keep on considering the benefit of ICT only to improvise our social and economical benefit, it will be injustice with the enormous benefit of the ICT, which in general is to simplify our life. And that's how in all possible spectrum of our day-to-day activities. And that's how there are 4 specific parameters. All 4 have been discussed in the prior 2 talks, which the Honorable Chief Guest and the keynote speaker, Mr. S.B. Singh, has given. That we have spoken enough about infrastructure. We have also spoken about e-economy. We have spoken about e-society. We have spoken enough on e-governance. And these are the 4 fundamental pillars. These are the 4 fundamental parameters using which we have to assess, or using or around which we have to assess the entire e-readiness of the country. And that's how I would like to quote here saying of Bill Gates, the quote of Bill Gates. Bill Gates said almost 20 years ago that except IT-related innovations, never before in the history, any other innovation has offered promises of so much to so many in such a short span of time. That is quote unquote. And that's how I say that for a huge country like India, e-readiness, the IT penetration is unavoidable. And we know that India is a diverse nation having huge diversity, full of disjoint attributes available from one corner to other corner of the country. But nonetheless, despite this all huge diversities, we also know that the challenges of IT implementations are very high. But at the same time, let me tell you that the opportunity is also endless. Opportunity with the help of the IT penetration is also infinite. So let's come forward to tap maximum potential of information and communication technology. That's my message. I will not give you a long talk because almost 2.5 hours. We have already heard so much of discussion on all 4 fundamental pillars of the e-readiness, which I have enumerated, and infrastructure, whether e-economy or e-society or e-governance. What I wanted to again sensitize you at this moment of time, that in this 21st century, when we are dealing with COVID and we are trying to utilize them in a maximum possible manner, the electronic infrastructure available in the country, this RISC, risk, is very important. And when I'm talking of risk, if all the participants are from computer science domain, they might be knowing there are 2 architectures, RISC and CISC architecture, reduced instruction set computing and complex instruction set computing. I'm not referring to that risk. I'm referring to a risk related to the today's challenges. And in risk, the first R stands for resiliency, I stands for inner strength, S stands for strategic thinking, and C finally stands for collaborative digital mindset with full of digital abilities. So if we fundamentally believe in this risk, means resiliency, inner strength, strategic thinking, and collaborative digital mindset with full of digital abilities, probably we have absolutely no barrier, we have absolutely no restriction. The bottom line at this moment is not the e-readiness of the country, but the e-readiness of our mindset. Are we ready to utilize the infrastructure with that much of potential which the infrastructure is offering to us? Are we aware about of etiquettes of using these digital infrastructure? That is a great challenge at this moment. I know the kind of penetration which has happened, increased penetration which has happened in last almost 4.5 months or 5 months since COVID-19. This has also increased the kind of security and fraud related cases in the country. And when I'm talking this, I'm aware that when we were students, we used to be very cautious enough what were our private affairs and what were our public affairs. We used to write diaries and used to become mad if someone used to read our diary without our permission. But at this moment, we try to post everything of our private affairs, maybe on Facebook, and keep on expecting that someone will give good like. And when people like many of the mature people, when they see and they realize that they have placed a private message in the Facebook and they do not react to that message, then they make another post that everyone is sleeping or what? What has happened to you? No like at all. My dear friends, if this will be the etiquette of using the digital technology, I'm sorry to tell you that then the actual potential of the digital technology or e-readiness with the country which we wanted to obtain or which wanted to drive will not be derived. If in this way, there are many examples. I will give you a quick one example that a couple was planning to move to couple was planning to go to Shimla during summer vacation, and the moment they booked the ticket, they started posting their entire detail on Facebook, on his or her Facebook account, and they started posting that on so and so date I will be moving from Delhi, on so and so date I will be there at Shimla, on so and so date I will be taking dinner at so and so hotel, and by so and so date I will be returning back. The moment you give this kind of post on any public platform, there are thieves, there are intruders, there are hackers, there are unauthorized people, and those people start again using the same technology. Those people started collaborating that on so and so date this couple will be at Shimla, so on so, and taking dinner at so and so hotel. We will be taking dinner at his home, and by morning we will pack up everything from the home and we'll move from there. So let's understand that what we wanted to post, what we wanted, what we should not post, what we wanted, and in which particular manner we wanted to utilize the digital technologies. That's very important, and that's how it is said that there are enough implementations which have happened, enough implementation are bound to happen in coming days, and that's how I have written दो पंक्तियां इसके ऊपर कि ओ डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी के मुसाफिर तुम्हें अभी बहुत दूर जाना है, ओ डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी के मुसाफिर तुम्हें अभी बहुत दूर जाना है, पत्थरों पे गुलाब खिलाना है और आंधियों में चिराग जलाना है। इंफॉर्मेशन एंड कम्युनिकेशन टेक्नोलॉजी का तो इतना पावर है, लेकिन हम सारे लोग उस पावर, उस पोटेंशियल को अवेल करने के लिए तैयार होने चाहिए। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर हैविंग invited me here, and this kind of synergy that all possible speakers are from Bihar can be done only by Professor A.K. Nayak, and that's how we claim that Professor A.K. Nayak name is just Professor Nayak's name is sufficient to invite any expert and every expert from any parts of the country. So this synergy only Professor Nayak can make it happen. My dear friends, at the end I would like to tell you that the success or failure of any of the program will not be judged that how good the speakers were, how organized the program was. Rather, the success or failure of the program will be judged that after attending the program, did you have any takeaway? So when you are attending this program, be attentive, be participative, so that you get some or other important message out of this program, and that message you should implement first in your day-to-day life. Then you should also disseminate that message with your friends, with your colleagues, with your students, so that they should also get informed, they should also get aware about that, and that will be the benefit of this program. The number of programs, the kind of the activities which IIBM CSI Patna chapter and entire North region under the leadership of Professor A.K. Nayak is conducting, if only 1% of that is taken by the participants as a final takeaway, that probably will transform our entire day-to-day life. And that's how it is said that whatever is being done is only being done for one particular message, that how to bring you from darkness to light, how to bring you from an ignorance era to a more knowledgeable era. Means एक अंधियारे की तरफ से एक उजाले की तरफ कैसे लाया जाए, यही सारा प्रोसेस है इस वेबिनार का, यही सारा प्रोसेस है इस सारे सेमिनार का, यही सारा ऑब्जेक्टिव है इस पूरी एक्टिविटीज का, कि हम सब लोगों को कैसे अवेयर कराएं, कैसे इंश्योर करें कि लर्निंग मस्ट कंटिन्यू डिस्पाइट डिसरप्शंस. Disruptions are in and around us, because not only because of COVID, because of multiple other issues. So the great poet has said, has simulated in fact this entire objective of the seminars, entire objective of these webinars, entire objective of these conferences, that ujale apni aankhon mein mahfouz kar lo. When I'm talking of ujale apni aankhon mein mahfouz kar lo, I'm talking that keep power of knowledge, keep the potential of the information along with you as integral part of your personality. That's how it is said, the aankhon, integral part of the personality. Keep power of knowledge along with you. So ujale apni aankhon mein mahfouz kar lo, because agar ye power of knowledge nahi hoga तो challenges बहुत होंगे, and वो challenges हमें face करना मुश्किल हो जाएगा. Challenges in absence of knowledge, challenges in absence of information. So उजाले अपनी आंखों में महफूज कर लो, बड़ी दूर तक रात ही रात होगी, मुसाफिर हो तुम भी, मुसाफिर हैं हम भी, किसी मोड़ पे फिर मुलाकात होगी. Thank you so much to all my dear friends. Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Professor Hoda. Thank you very much, my younger brother, for your nice word. And the thing is that, but you have also justified the most worthy younger brother conducting 40 number of activities within this pandemic period, and more than 1 dozens of the faculty development program, perhaps highest in India, that the BVCAM, Bharati Vidyapith Institute of Computer Application and Management, has created. That is more than dozens of faculty development programs and 2 dozen webinars. That's why, and it is your great also to tell some good words regarding me also. Thank you very much for presiding over this function. Be the president of this great webinar. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Hoda sir. So now we will move towards our invited speakers session. So for that, I would like to call Dr. Sanjay Kumar sir. Dr. Sanjay Kumar is the scientist and head Digital Government Research Center, National Informatics Center, Patna. He is a renowned academician and has rendered expert advice and extended testing and consulting to many government as well as private sector organizations. So I would like to call Dr. Sanjay Kumar sir for his invited address.
Much, respected SB Singh sir, Deputy Director General NIC, Dr. A.K. Naik, Professor Hoda, Sanjay Kumar, and all the people who are connected to this webinar. Though we are running late, I will cut short my presentation. But okay. The way SB Singh sir today has enumerated entire country initiative, how exactly India is moving towards the digitalization and the digital economy is moving up. Hope in new India, these infrastructures which have been to be very, very useful. I have a small presentation. I hope I will be able to share with you. Rohit, can I make from you?
Yes, sir. Please share it now, sir.
Is it visible?
No, sir. Now.
मिला नहीं
Yes,
क्या?
sir. Yes, sir. It is visible.
गड़बड़ कर दिया लगता है. हम अभी हम फॉरवर्ड कर देते हैं.
Visible now, Rohit?
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir. Clearly visible.
Okay. We have been talking about e-readiness. as Hoda sir was talking, that we need to understand that what is the country's perspective on the infrastructure, connectivity, and then application. Basically, we will have an assessment of how exactly the application service delivery platforms that are available, mainly in the government sector, but it relates to the citizens. So most probably, how exactly citizens are able to access these services, that will be talking. Uh, Generally, e-readiness indicators talk about access, learning, society, economy, and policy. All these need to have a networked environment, and this network environment basically will facilitate variety of sharing of information among the stakeholders. E-readiness is not just that putting computers or internet or this kind of infrastructures in the country, but how the citizens are skilled enough to use those services. We have been always advocating that there should be a digital service delivery mandate to the government, that most of the department must have a policy by which digitally they must deliver the services to the citizen. In the later part of our within 2-3 years, government will come up with such kind of policy in which it will be mandated that that government departments must deliver digital services as a mandatory services to the citizen. Now, if we understand, there are basically 3 basic steps which e-readiness growth follows. The first one is the infrastructure, which generally is created either by the government or by the private sector. Then the second one is the stakeholders who will be basically trained enough to use this kind of services. And third one will be a kind of delivery systems that has to be on the place, so that there is a quality service platforms by which people are accessing this. If you analyze the e-readiness in 80s, 90s, and the current scenario, the entire perspective of e-readiness has changed. People are more towards how exactly this service delivery quality is available. Earlier, more emphasis was that if we are able to digitize the data, the e-readiness platform is available. But today, expectations of the citizen is growing. How exactly is? See, the major thing which has come up is availability of Aadhaar. Most of the services currently are being enabled through Aadhaar platform. People are willing to use Aadhaar as a digital and identity for variety of applications. Similarly, for financial services also, there are a lot of platforms like UPI, DBT platforms. Both state as well as central government has created a lot of such kind of environment in which, as the sir was talking, Kisan Samman Yojana, in a span of a week, we were able to deliver around 11 crores of farmers' account, around 2,000 rupees. Now, such kind of environment is necessary. And in today's world, when we are facing the COVID pandemic, such kind of platform only is an enabler for the society. Otherwise, if we are confined within the islands of houses, it becomes very, very difficult to interact with each other also. So what we are talking is that there is a simple platform that has been created, but there is a need to consolidate this. Citizen participation, citizen engagement has to be there, and the platforms need to be aggregated. What we are finding is last 3-4 years we have moved from software to product, and then now we are moving towards the platform. But the next generation, we have to talk about integration of these platforms. Currently, in many of our software platforms, we are dependent on external entities. None of us are really thinking that application delivery is the last part of the service delivery platform. The first one is how exactly we are going to maintain open platforms within our country. Unless otherwise there is a community-based development environments available. Unless otherwise we are having industries which are participative in the government decisions, I don't think so that we will be talking about the infrastructures which this 130 crore population basically will be accessing. So huge work need to be done for delivery of quality services. And as we were talking, the expectations of the citizens is also increasing. Earlier, without mobile phones, people were not, we have to go to kiosk and then access the services. But today, with availability of say 100 crores of mobile phones with say around 85 crores smartphones, the entire ecosystem for service delivery has changed. And there is a need to rethink the entire perspective of service delivery also. Digital India has been pioneering the variety of services, but one of the reason which basically is to seamlessly integrate across departments. Currently, what we are finding is that departments are working as islands. A citizen has to go to multiple departments to get their things cleared, and a business house has to go to multiple entities to get clearances. Now, unless otherwise there is a seamless integration of applications, unless otherwise there is a proper integration mechanism developed between the applications running at different places, this achieving the ultimate is not going to be there. Similarly, we have been talking about the infrastructure. See, many of the infrastructure has been created by central government. Many of has been created by state governments. When we try to analyze, you will find that these infrastructures also do not talk with each other, or there is no seamless integration. Even if you find the telecom infrastructures which are available, they themselves find very, very difficult to integrate with each other. So that is one issue that we have to look into, that in case we have a single network infrastructure available in which both hybrid kind of integration is there, both private as well as the government sectors is participating, and the investment should not be only from the government, rather than it has to be from both the private and the government, both has to participate, and the benefits should be shared among both of them, rather than like we have been working on PPP model where people build, operate and then transfer. But here it's not that just transferring the solution is going to be sufficient. People have to operate upon, people have to reinvest, and that kind of ecosystem has to be developed within the country. Last mile connectivity is another issue. We have reached to the block level, but still up to the panchayat level or the village level, the digital connectivity is still a problem. We are fully dependent on the mobile connectivity, and for quality service delivery, as sir was talking about the video conferencing services or those kind of quality data related services, it is necessary that projects like NOFN should be rolled out, and the last mile connectivity, there should be private players who can come in, bring about various kind of medias through which the service delivery platforms can be created. This is what we have so what we have been talking, that we need to have convergent services, converging of variety of services across country, convergence of variety of terminals which are available, and all these services need not be all these free services. Based on the quality services, based on the SOP which is established, it can be paid basis, it can be certain free basis, it can be certain capital investment from the government. All kind of models can be developed in accordance with the state government and the central government. The other part is very, very important, that hosting infrastructure which is required, because see, once we are talking of huge number of service delivery platforms, then still we do not have sufficient infrastructure for hosting the applications. Many of them are outside country. There are a lot of issues related with the managing those kind of agreements. There is a cloud related lot of issues. There are proprietary issues that happens. So all those needs to have, but there is a need to accelerate the cloud infrastructure both at the central at the state level, so that there is a rapid replication of services in the state. The other one is basically we are talking about the payment systems, which are basically currently we are having huge amount of money need to be transferred between the citizens, between the government to the citizen, and between the business houses. So the payment gateway, secured payment gateway systems, as well as the accounting systems, those kind of systems still are fully dependent on the bank's infrastructure. And the bank's infrastructure are very, very still in the very limited sense. They are not opened up, or they are not allowing external sources to interface. So such kind of things is very, very important. I think time is running short. I will. We have been talking about Aadhaar payment services is another one which we are looking that in big way we are going to have, because unless otherwise we have integration of Aadhaar payment systems in most of our e-governance applications, or even for the citizen services, we will not have fast services. Today we are using RTGS or NEFT. 24 hours, 48 hours, it takes time to transfer money. Similarly, getting those responses, getting those integration with the bank, still a lot of issues are there. So when we are talking of, say, this network infrastructure or this e-Readiness 2.0, we need to analyze all kind of infrastructures which are available, and then we need to upgrade them. I think I will. The other one which I always advocate, that most of our services today are moving towards the location-based services. Unless otherwise we are having geo-tagging of our assets, we are having geo-tagging of services, geo-tagging of our movements, then what is happening, that many of the transparency related issues comes in the picture, and there is a need to have geo-informatics also brought into the e-governance services in a big way, so that location-based decision making or proximity related analysis of the services can easily be done. IoT is another area which most of the e-governance services basically are incorporating. Either it is agriculture, it is medical science, or transportation, urban services. Everyone now is moving. We are still at the beginning of this kind of services. Maybe next 1 year or 2 years, we will find that IoT-based services will be in the place, and it is going to change the entire perspective of how exactly the citizen service delivery will be there. So what we have been talking about, that there is a need to reassess our e-readiness. There is a need to understand how exactly that assessment, in what perspective the assessment has to be done. And the assessment is not a top-down approach. It has to be localized approach. We have to consider most of the things at the local level, that the service delivery which is available to the citizen is of very high quality. So it is an opportunity, as sir were talking, that Atmanirbhar Bharat is the next take we have. And it is an opportunity for all of us to work for our society, to uplift our society and bring about a new change. It is an opportunity. Let us take that opportunity. And the e-readiness campaign for the country has to be in big way to bring the 130 crore population a quality service delivery. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Silas sir. So now we will move towards our Next, that is division chairman's address, and for that I would like to call Dr. B. Chitambara Rajan. He is a passionate teacher, has always invested innovative teaching processes to reach students. He is a member of professional societies like IETE, IEI, ISTE, CSI, IS, IOI, etc. He is the National Executive Council member of ISTE and chairperson Division 4 of Computer Society of India. He is also the academic advisor of National Cyber Safety Security Standards and member of academic councils of Anna University, Chennai. He has published several technical papers in national and international journals and organized various workshops and conferences. He has been awarded Educational Leadership Award presented by Devang Mehta National Education Award in the year 2017. He is now executing his responsibilities as Principal SRM Valmai Engineering College. With these words, I'd like to welcome Dr. B. Chittamarajan sir for Division Chairman's address.
Thank you for the introduction. Respected Chief Guest of today's event, Honorable Professor Sanjay Kumar, Vice Chancellor, Symbiosis University, and keynote speaker, Sri S.B. Singh, and President of today's event, Professor M.N. Hoda, and invited speaker, Dr. Sailesh Kumar Srivatsava, and my CSI colleagues, Professor A.K. Nayak, Professor Arvind Sharma, Professor Sham Srasa, and Professor Ganesh Pandey, Deputy Director, IIBM. A very good afternoon, every one of you. I'm happy to meet you all today on this auspicious occasion. First of all, I thank Dr. A.K. Nayak and the Indian Institute of Business Management, Patna, for organizing a one-day national webinar on India and e-Readiness in association with Computer Society of India, Division 4 Communications. Thank you very much for the opportunity given to CSI Division 4 Communication to organize a national webinar in association with IIBM. Further, I thank all the speakers for the support given by the way of presenting informative lectures during today's national webinar. I thank you very much. And moving forward to today's topic, India and e-Readiness. E-Readiness referred to country's capacity and state of preparedness to participate in the electronic world by the government, citizen, businesses and NGO. So of course, by the presentation given by S.B. Singh and Dr. Sailesh Kumar Srivatsa, we came to know that the government has taken various initiatives, procedures, policies, schemes, national cloud, etc. towards the e-Readiness. If you compare the internet users across the world, if we compare with the developed countries, the average users are 86.6%. And if you compare with the developing countries, the average internet users are 47%. And in USA, the users percentage is 96.6%. In India, the percentage is 54%. So there's a wide gap between the USA and India. At the same time, we are ahead of developing countries, the average of 47%. So as SP Singh sir mentioned, it's very difficult to provide the infrastructure for this much of population. That is very important, we have to notice. And during the pandemic period, all the schools and colleges conducted their classes through online. So a survey was taken during this period recently, how many homes are having a computer availability. So it was found that 23% of homes in urban area are having computers, but in the case of rural area, only 4% of homes are having computer facility. So there is a wide rural-urban gap is there. And similarly, the proficiency, only 24% of persons in rural area is having computer proficiency, and 56% of urban people are able to operate the computers. So again, we can see the gap between the rural and the urban area. This thing has to be our trust if you really want to close to the e-readiness. Similarly, another sector I have to tell is agriculture. So more than 40% of the Indian labor force works in agriculture sector, and of course 18% of country's GDP growth is from the agriculture sector. But due to lack of data related to soil, related to weather and other conditions related to agriculture, we are losing crores and crores of rupees by the way of waste of the agricultural products. So statistics say that many agriculture related firms as well as farmers are expecting some data, quick data from the government. So I came to know that central government recently introduced e-NAM, that is Electronic National Agricultural Market, as well as the central government has introduced many 80 such applications for websites, apps, etc., to support agriculture, to bring the sector towards e-readiness. So as I mentioned, India is having 54% of the internet users, which comes around 69 crores of people are having connectivity. And in the case of mobile internet, it comes around 44 crores. It is predicted that every year there is a 5 to 10% of rise every year. So I think that to reach our goal, at least India has to wait for at least 3 to 5 years, according to the prediction of 5 to 10% of the rise in every year. So with that, I hope that we will reach our goal as soon as possible. I really thank the opportunity given by the IIBM to participate in this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, B. Rajan, sir. We will move forward towards our CSI 2021 conveners address. And for that, I would like to welcome Mr. Arvind Sharma, sir. Mr. Arvind Sharma is the Director, Center of Education in Information Technology, Skill Improvement and Development, Lucknow Christian College Degree College, Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, as an in-charge Department of Computer Science and Application. He is a result-oriented professional with over 30 years of experience in teaching and general administration, skilled in preparing question papers, external examinations for BSc courses for Lucknow University. With these words, I like to welcome Mr. Arvind Kumar sir for CSI 2021 conveners address. Sir, please unmute, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Professor Dr. Sanjay Kumar, sir, the Vice Chancellor of Symbiosis University, Shri S.B. Singh, sir, DDG of NIC, Professor M.N. Huda, sir, Director of Bharati Vidyapeeth, Professor A.K. Nayak, sir, the IPP of Computer Society of India, Dr. Shams Raja, RVP Region 2, Professor Chidambara Rajan, Chairman Division 4, and other eminent dignitaries and the participants. It's a privilege to be here, and I'm really thankful for the organizers. So many things have been discussed during this period. Professor Huda said that whatever Nayak Saab says, he can, his name is enough to invite anyone. And then I remembered one shlok. This is written by Vyas regarding Mahabharata. Dharme cha arthe cha kame cha mokshe cha bhartar shabha yadi hasti tadanyatra yanne hasti natat kvachit. Means I'm just leaving the first line, but the second line says that whatever has been said here, that exists everywhere, and if it is not written here, then it will not exist anywhere. This kind of situation is there with Professor Naik. Whatever he says, that is something ultimate, which actually is going to be true, which is ultimately going to be happening.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Arvind Babu.
Sir, thank you, sir. Actually, last year, we had an idea that we should organize this annual convention at Lucknow. Earlier, we were planning to have, we were having some problems, and then we were asked to do it for previous year. But then, because of certain reasons, it was already decided about Bhubaneswar. So it was done there. And then this year, actually last year, we organized one Northern Regional Convention. And in that particular convention, it was decided that, okay, I think we think that this should be given to Lucknow. And finally, the decision was taken in Bhubaneswar convention. So we are going to have this annual convention, 54th annual convention at Lucknow. The theme of the convention is digital transformation, e-readiness for self-reliance. This is the topic which exactly we were discussing. And when we talk about the e-readiness, then there were certain points which actually were raised, and normally we do not consider those points to be important. The one thing was raised by Shri Singh sir, DDG Saab, that in fact, when we talk about the e-readiness, then it means we should be mentally ready to do it. If we are not mentally prepared to do anything, then this e-readiness fails. Actually, it was said by Professor Dr. Sanjay Kumar sir. Then Singh sir said that we should be careful about the communication, whatever we are making. Then Professor Huda told the story of some couple who were going to Shimla. Whatever we get, we just post. And somebody was for the first time going through the plane to Mumbai. I just told him that you take a picture there and then post it immediately on Facebook. If you don't post, then the flight will not be able to take off. So this kind of situation is there, that whatever is there, we just post. So we have to learn a lot. So when we are talking about the e-readiness, it is not only the infrastructure we are talking about, we are talking about the human aspect of this thing also. I remember two instances. One is when some currency was blocked and a new currency was created. At that time, suddenly the people were asked to use the online mode of payment, and it seemed to be very difficult at that particular time, that how the people will be able to do it, but they could do it. Then the same thing happened with the COVID. The people were not sure that what exactly we are going to do, but ultimately the computer came to the rescue, and the people who were techno savvy or who were not techno savvy, they started using the computers for the benefit of the students and other activities. So this is how the things happen. So all these things are to be discussed there in that particular convention. As far as convention is concerned, we plan that we must be having some statutory meetings. Statutory meetings of CSI are going to be there. Then award ceremony is always part of this kind of a convention. Then we shall be having pre-convention tutorials. These pre-convention tutorials will be held on 11th February 2021. Then on 12th, we shall be getting our convention inaugurated. 12th, 13th, and 14th, 3 days we shall be having this convention. And on 14th, actually, it will finish and we'll disperse. This is what we plan. And then during this convention, we shall be having some international convention also, where the papers will be presented. And we are planning to have a tie-up with the Springer, and most probably we'll get the note from them, and we'll start that particular process. Student level poster and paper presentations will be there. The student level competitions will be there, and cultural events will be there. And then there are certain events which are going to happen, like YITP, the final round of YITP award, the final round of e-governance, and all those things are going to happen. These are certain things which normally happen when we are talking about any convention. Now, what kind of difference will it make if we have it at Lucknow? The first thing is that this is the first time that we are going to have it in UP. This is the first time. And the other thing is that what we plan is that we should make it, we should plan the things in such a way that all the people are able to participate in it. Otherwise, what we have felt is that the guests normally are not able to participate actively in this, but this time we plan to have participation of all the people in one way or the other. Sometimes what we have felt is that the student part normally is ignored. We are busy with the international convention, conference, and other things, but we just the students get ignored. In fact, this time we plan that we must have a very good show from the students also. Of course, the cultural event will be the part of it, and we shall be waiting. Normally the weather during that period will be pleasant here. It won't be very hot. It won't be very cold also. This is what we have decided, and that this is the ideal time for this kind of convention there. So I request you all, I invite you all to be there, so that we are able to have a grand show here, and you will enjoy it. We are there to welcome you, and we are.
Sir, your mic is muted. Please unmute Arvind, sir.
It got muted again, I think.
Yes, sir.
So I just could understand that there is one problem. Professor Nayak was talking to the people in Lucknow. They are having an event at 2 p.m. I think they must be waiting for him. So I would just like to conclude it here. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Arvind Babu, I am also waiting for you. We both will go.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Next party to Rohit. Rohit, kindly
Yes.
continue.
Yes, sir. Sure.
We are being connected with Lucknow now.
Okay. So thank you so much, Arvind sir. So now we will move towards our last but not the least, and it's a time for our concluding remarks. And for that, I would like to call Professor Dr. Sams Raja, the Regional Vice President of Computer Society of India, Region 4, Region 3. And sir, please unmute, sir.
Thank you, Rohit. Good afternoon, everybody. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Sanjay Kumar ji, Professor Dr. A.K. Nayak, Shri Shyam Bihari Singh Saab, and our panelist speakers, Salesh ji. In fact, this theme was taken for CSI, which we expect that the faculties and the students attending this webinar will get a insight about the e-readiness, the concept, the meaning, and the preparedness for them and their participation for coming Indian e-readiness scenario. I hope the speakers have given and enlightened a lot of area and readiness, the concept of e-readiness. especially SB Singh Saab has given a very good concept that now the publics are in the upper hand, and they can demand the services, not only services simply, but with quality and with promptness. In fact, the e-readiness we are expecting with the students when we are talking about, the days are coming when the people will be wearing smart devices, which is IoT enabled, synchronized with cloud and ERPs. So whenever a person is getting sinking due to some illness, the hospital automatically trace the location of the person and immediately rush and pick up the person from there and start treatment without any calls or without any messages from that. So thank you everybody for attending our webinars and enlightening us for this occasion. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Sam Raja sir. So now we will move towards our last address, and it's a time for vote of thanks. And for that, I would like to call
हाँ, क्या बोल
Professor
रहा है?
Professor Sam sir, please mute sir.
नहीं होगा,
Sam
आज हम
sir,
देख लेते हैं.
Sam sir.
पाँच में ही रहो.
Yeah. So we will. It's a time for our vote of thanks, and for that, I would like to call Professor Gopal Krishna, the Bihar State Student Coordinators, Computer Society of India. Sir, Gopal sir. Gopal sir, please unmute sir. Yeah.
Thank you, Professor Rohit. And it gives me an immense pleasure to propose vote of thanks in this galaxy of intellectual and learned person in the one-day international webinar on India for e-readiness. So I'm very thankful to all the persons who have addressed in this webinar and shared their knowledge, ideas, and I think all of us and all the participants from all over the India would be benefited from your address, sir. So I would like to thanks Professor Sanjay Kumar, sir, the Vice Chancellor of Symbiosis University, Indore, that he has explained about how we will become the ready for everything in the life. It's not only for the electronics readiness, but the readiness for everything is very important in every aspect of our life. I would like to thank Shri SB Singh sir, despite of his busy schedule, and he has shared his idea about the implementation of various government initiatives through the electronics mode and the successful running of e-governance, especially in the state of Bihar. I would like to thank Professor M.N. Hoda sir, Director Bharati Vidyapit Institute of Computer Science and Management, who has nicely explained how we will and what are the various challenges we are facing in this scenario. I would like to thank Dr. Shailesh Srivastav sir, scientist and head, Digital Government Research Center and National Informatics Center, and explained about the projects taken by Government of India. And I think NIC is playing an important role for implementing all those initiatives and projects of government. And it has definitely changed the lifestyle, the governance style, the social style, and everything has been changed through the electronics mode of governance. I would like to thank Chairman Division 4 CSI, Dr. B. Chidambara Rajan, for his address. And I would also like to thank Professor Arvind Sharma, sir, Regional Vice President CSI, Region 1. And as we all know that the next CSI annual convention will be based on the theme of next CSI annual convention is e-readiness. So it is the important topic in this context. Once again, I would like to thank Professor Shams Raja, sir, Regional Vice President, Region 2, under his guidance, we are organizing such webinars and other online events for the academician and students of Region 2 consist of 9 states, and very soon student chapter will be open in the will be inaugurated in Bhutan. At last but not least, I would like to express my gratitude towards Professor Dr. A.K. Nayak sir, who is known as the Vishnu Pitama of IT education in the Eastern India. So also the immediate past president CSI and a member of Board of Studies CSNIT, AICT All India Council of Technical Education, and I'm very thankful to Professor A.K. Nayak. Under whose guardianship and guidance, we are flourishing and we are gaining too much things in the field of IT education. And I think his role is very important in this scenario, that we have organized more than 30 online events in this pandemic situation. And as far as an academician, uh, I would like to say that this pandemic in situation, we have turned this pandemic situation into an opportunity, and most of the students in Bihar are also taking the benefits of e-education, since most of the colleges are running online education. So it is, I think, in this situation, it is more effective, and everyone is being benefited from this situation and this e-learning criteria. So once again, thank you, Professor Rohit, and all the resource person, all the guests for their address, and I think for all the participants for joining this webinar, and it would be helpful and beneficial for all of us. Thank you, Professor Rohit.
Thank you so much, sir. So now we are towards the end of our today's session, and with the permission of our today's respected guests and you all dignitaries and all the faculty members joined today, I wish for the grand success of this today's webinar. And with all your permission, I would like to discontinue and signing off today's web meeting. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
Thank you.